Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day. Welcome to the finale of Borderland 1. We have one DLC to do. We have one DLC to start. It isn't the longest. We are pretty late because I just had a great time. Like I told you, I met a girl yesterday, and this girl might be the new Miss Vendetta. So, yeah, took care of her yesterday, and it was actually pretty nice. But halas, we have to work, and the work is this. I believe this is the one, but I'm not sure because I have never played these DLC. These DLC I have never played. I think the only one I played was Zed. And even then, I don't think I finished it. So you guys are ready?
Our story began when the Hyperion Corporation decided they'd had enough of the treasure hunters. With the vault on lockdown, they had served their purpose, and now they were a drain on the economy. Why pay full price for weapons when you can take a 5-finger discount off the nearest corpse? Hyperion was looking to clear up the drain, but those guys were one tough hairball.
I thought you said the treasure hunters were the drain. Now they're the hairball?
Well, yes, you see, the treasure hunters were blocking the flow of, and the grimy buildup of money and...
This metaphor stinks.
Shut up! Point is, Hyperion had a plan. The treasure hunters could handle all manner of beastie, bandit, and battalion, but they weren't expecting the interplanetary ninja assassin Claptrap. This Claptrap was programmed to take our boys out indirectly. Trapping, poisoning, spreading catty rumors around town.
I love this.
Nothing was off limits. He was smart. Too smart. He looked around and didn't like what he saw. Claptraps being subjugated, humiliated, obliterated. What we call programming, he called slavery. So, he rallied his fellow Claptraps and turned them against their corporate masters. What started as a rebellion became a revolution. And take a wild guess who Hyperion called to clean up the mess.
I love this. I love this. I love this. And by the way, this is kind of facts because Claptraps are Hyperion. Even Claptrap, you realize that he was made by Hyperion. So in the pre-sequel, if you play as him, there's like a problem with loyalty. They'll be like, are you sure you want to play as Claptrap? And then when you finish a game, there's a Claptrap extra. And a Claptrap extra is basically you going against the code that Jack put in you. I never played as Claptrap though, because Claptrap sucks. He is horrible. Just gonna charge the phone. Yeah, Claptrap's horrible. There's not a single one of his kills that's actually worth it. So let's go. Let's start. Let's get this. Again, this should be fun. Are we gonna be finishing the other one? Yes and no. I feel like if we manage to finish Claptrap today, I'm gonna be super happy. If we have to wait a little bit more, I might try. But the goal is to start tomorrow, the pre-sequel. I was supposed to play earlier. Problem is, my girl wanted to talk, and I wanted to talk to her. Right? Because I wanted to talk to her, then priorities, as they say.
Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed. Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Tennis. This got me look fat. Hello. Okay, Patricia Tannis. Fuck, I don't have my glasses. Patricia Tannis needs part to build her magnificent something. Head down to the Hyperion dump and search. There's Claptrap for parts and bring them back to her. Level 37, by the way.
Hey, hello! Welcome to my secret lab. Secret lab? Terror Pavilion. Yes, I like that one best.
I love this.
Hey, you look like you're into experimentation. Maybe dabbled a bit in college. Head down to the Hyperion dump to find parts for my totally legit
Fuck out of this game.
Sure are a lot more buggers puttering around. Probably
Now the problem is the level. The question is 37. That the enemy might be 37. And if they're 37, it's not gonna be really worth it to kill him. You know. But at the same time, all of the enemy could be Claptrap, and if their enemy, well, the enemies are Claptrap, then I'm so fucking down.
Get lost already?
Yes. Don't make fun of me for that. Okay, you got something down there. Check it out after. I'm not in a rush, but I want to finish this game. Because although I love Fortnite, I love Borderland, I prefer Borderland pre-sequel. So yes. Oh my gosh. My day was good. My day was really good. We made some videos. Not that many. We did a TikTok live. Did my first interview, which went horribly because we weren't prepared. But hey, gotta start somewhere, right? And yeah. There you go.
Atlas spares no expense in making guns that excel in every area.
Imagine if all the enemies are Claptrap. I'd be so down. For some reason, I believe that in the third game there is something like that. Shit. There are only 4 experience points. Is that a problem? This is probably my best weapon because look, there's bullet regeneration. Slack. 1, 2, 3. Do we need the experience points? We need the experience points for Dazzle. So technically speaking, I would need 10 experience points until we finish the game. Why 10? Because I'm gonna do Dazzle and I'm gonna do extra Bird of Prey. And I'd be set. So yeah, so we did some Fortnite. Fortnite we did a lot. We did an hour. We did, well, 3 hours. Wow.
Halt! Put down your weapons. Hyperion Corporation does not wish to harm them.
Wow, that's so cool. That is so cool. I'm taking a fucking note, dude. Chill. What you gonna do, huh? Good. I love this. Holy shit, that's the guy. Boom. Boom. Then I walked up to my girl. Then we played some Paper Mario Origami King. There's a picture that I'm doing offline. Nice. Oh, that sucks. That fucking sucks, dude. That I feel bad for that. Yeah, and that's so cool because it's the last boss that will give you more. So what I think is that every group of people was a piece, which means that there was a piece there too. Again, it's a shame. Oh, the reality is there's possibly an order to do the DLCs. Which I didn't follow. There you go. I have this nail. I think I broke it. It's really hurting. So I'm trying to fix it so it won't get stuck or tough on something. But yes. I believe there's a piece there. Eight experience points. 2. Shit. I mean, I don't mind killing them. Of course not. It's just that I wish we had more experience points. That 16 is not that bad. So yeah, so pretty good day indeed. What's left? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do some videos. Then I would like to upload a little bit. Make sure that we got all my shit. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be chilling a little bit. Because I woke up at 5 o'clock. And tomorrow we're receiving my hoodie. Boom. Angry little. Love that. So the plan is what? The plan is to kill all of them. And then when we're ready to get the weapon. Or for example, right, kill every single camp. And then what you do is you move on. So for example, for this one, right? Gonna have some to kill. But it shouldn't be too many. It's a shame, dude. I feel like this is not the right order. Good. We're here. How did I get my girl? She came to my live and we talked. And since then we've been talking like every single day for 2 or 3 hours. It's not dating, dude. Because we didn't make it official, but I like talking to her. And I had another person text me today. And it was like, right now it's 3:30 by the way. It was like 1:30, 1:40. And I didn't talk, and I didn't text him. I didn't answer. Well, I did open it, so I don't know if it's important. But hey, what do you want to talk about at 1:40 a.m.? Yes, sir. See? It's actually pretty nice. I do like the junkyard. I like the junkyard. Why? Because it's fucking Pandora. And places like Pandora, you expect them to have a junkyard. I feel so bad. Look at him. It'd be cooler if he was still alive and you have to take the pieces from him. Today. With the fall damage, it cannot be a habit because pre-sequel has a lot of places you can fall and die, like lava. A bunch of place. We did a couple mistakes, and they're pretty bad. What are the mistakes? Well, simply put, we fucked it up. We done diddly fucked up. Boom. Cut. Boom. Good. Boom. We realized something on Fortnite today. Also, like, I thought I had till the 2nd of November. I don't. I have until the. There you go. Fucking nail. We have until the 1st. Why is that a big deal? Because today is the 27th. Today is the 28th. I got 4 days left and I can get 10 level. Bad mother. Ooh, bad mothers are here. Okay. I don't even remember what grenade mod I had. I'm gonna be honest, I can't wait to get more grenade mods, because in this one, I don't feel like I changed that much. I feel like I changed possibly a couple of times. Well, it's complex because I changed a couple of times. Oh, let's go. That's perfect. Ooh. So the amount of bullets? That is not good. Okay. So I'm not sure how to get there. Don't worry, we're gonna put a drama today. There's no TikTok live because it's so fucking late. However, if you watch the Fortnite stream, you see that there's drama. There was drama. Good. Good, good, good. Cannot wait until we get more plays to upload. We didn't have problem. Oh, shh! Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it until you're watching the stream. We didn't have problem with the stream. My friend Anna Lynn, I saw a couple times. She did her first TikTok live today. It went super well. It went really, 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 really well. Which I'm proud of her for. She deserves it. She's a good person. However, it's sad because, like, she's a huge level. She's like level 29, I think. 29 too. And a lot of people were there for that. Shop and title. Nice. Easy peasy. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a good one. I'm looking for a laugh. Claptrap, in my opinion, Claptrap is sometimes funny, most of the time super annoying. Ooh, by the way, did watch Black Phone 2, finish it today. Was it good? It was okay. It was okay. Wasn't great, wasn't bad. Okay, so pen, donde es le crayon? El crayon. 19. You got Tanis or parts, of course. She still got a couple of screws loose. Tanis needs some more parts to complete Creation Infinite Probability Drive. If you cannot find any lying around, just remember how Claptrap's fine. I love this. Oh, dude, are you kidding me?
Greetings. This is Mr. Blake, Senior Vice President in charge of mercenary relations and tourism for the Hyperion Corporation. You know, the company whose troops you just ruthlessly slaughtered. I like that. Choose initiative. Meet me at the Hyperion Tourist and Information Center, and I'll make it worth your while.
You can right away tell he's Hyperion. And that's not a good thing. Why? I don't dislike Hyperion, it's just that it could be better. So I'm gonna check out if the stream is working, and we're gonna get some drama going. What? Please tell me this is working. Yeah, now I'm gonna be super worried. Super worried that it's not working. Okay, got an ad. What am I gonna be watching, guys? Do you have an ID for a watch? Ooh, I don't know. I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. It's Nina Lynn. Again, it's gonna be admin gold because there's no ad. Because there's no ad. As Mon Gold. So I thought there was something bigger. Saeed. Did I not properly say admin gold? No, I didn't. As Mungold. I wrote something crazy. Well. Nothing to say. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Clap components. Kinda wanna fight them though. I hope there's more than that. Yo, Miskiff's sister is hot. What the fuck? This is so dumb. Carly, if you're watching this, I appreciate you, I adore you. Reality is I kind of want to watch Tucker Carlson, then I don't want to get copyrighted. What to watch? Sorry guys. I actually don't need to watch something, right? We don't need to watch something. No, we don't need to. You know, this is why I don't like fucking doing this. Because I always have to wait at the end. Good, good. Look at my guy. Look at him. Oh. Brood trap. Oh, brood trap. No fucking way. No fucking way. No fucking way. No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. They're all transforming with claptrap trap parts. That is so cool. That is so cool. What? Wow. I thought I had a special guy. No. Trap goon. That is so cool. I fucking love this. No way. Is that a clap trap? Yeah. Yeah, I'm loving this. Because this is, you know why this is cool? So this is cool because this is kind of, oh my god, look at clap trap. Master Samurai. Oh dude, I love this. Bro, I love this so much. Because this is kind of, Ned Zombies, but with the claptrap. And what's more fun? The claptrap. Badass Hyperion Surgeon Trap. Look at it. Kankari! Yo, let's go!
It's a new world
Master Samurai.
where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it?
Oh, I'm in love with this.
Let's make your dream a reality.
I'm in love with the Coco. Look at this. Oh, this is so cool. And this is so cool. This is so fucking cool. I love this.
What's wrong with Joan? She has a bad hangover, which she is pretending is allergies. Is she gonna be okay? Wouldn't
Parker Rex.
ever been hungover. After I've had too much whiskey, I cook myself a large flank steak and try to salt and butter. I eat that, put on a pair of wet socks, and go to sleep. That works? It does.
Oof.
Great question. Take a gun nut, rub it into the left of the table, let it match the scratches. Next thing you want to do is ditch the terrier and give yourself a proper dog. Any dog
I love this. Ron Fenton.
Come to the gala, next fall. Grapes or grass, chocolate chip ice cream, and
Look at my son Rye.
don't trust big banks or small banks. Banks are Ponzi schemes run by morons. Your house isn't haunted, you're lonely. Whatever happened to, yeah, had some apples. Want to buy them? Yes, thanks.
Freedom Fighter. Yeah, these are cool. I'm gonna be honest, I love these a lot. I do prefer having a bunch of zombie with claptrap parts. I just think the concept is amazing. And I do feel bad killing the claptraps because that's my guy, that's my little guy.
Are you aware that the bathroom faucet is leaking? Are you kidding me? I just stopped the socket in yesterday. What else do they want me to do? The exposed wire above the bathtub is wet. Oh, yeah, shower! I call it that because you take a shower.
Give me a sec.
Yes, that is accurate. We have a toolbox. No home is complete without a proper tool.
Toolbox.
Here's April and Andy. A hammer.
Nice.
Baseball bag, some cartridge that says sound, and a hedgehog, a scissor hat, and a flashlight filled with jelly beans.
Yum. No, hey, no, that's wasting.
Hey there, is there a project you're working on? I know more than you.
Bon.
All right. When April and Andy married, I didn't get them a wedding present. In my experience, wedding presents are nothing more than kindling on a divorce bonfire. Well, I think I found a way I can really help them make a home. You.
Look at this bad boy.
Come with me. I'm an empty. I don't care. Come with me. Why? I need small things.
I'm scared. There. I think I got it.
Yep, you got it.
Can you just tell me what you're doing? I'm a homeowner. I like to
Oof. Yeah, Run is actually quite sweet.
Into the valve shank. I'm replacing the handle. I'm tightening the tip through.
This weapon will be my masterpiece. Because these little guys are easy.
It's a good feeling. Sense of accomplishment and pride. Damn it, I just love it so much.
Oopsies.
Great. I'm gonna go around this house and fix everything I can find that needs fixing. You wanna help?
I really do.
Oh, that's nice.
That's next.
Parks and Recs.
Listen up! I have to turn off the power for 1 minute.
We're gonna go dark, people. Bear with us, okay? We gotta switch off.
Gondo dark.
It's just a fuse.
It's just a
20
few,
eyes.
people. Just a few.
Oh, wrong eyes.
I see you got the handle on that kill glass.
Yeah, we're playing.
I was wondering why the sound just goosed up with the chemical bolts. That was nonsense.
I know, but it's so fun to talk like that.
You know what? Keep this. You earned it.
Thanks, Mom.
Hello, Carpenter Ron. How are you doing? The contract is very specific. I do not have to answer that question.
Oh, it's full.
This week, I am making a shadow box frame which can be used to display an object of great value. This one is constructed with American cherry wood. Cherry, huh? Now, I have just one question. No, the wood does not taste like cherry.
I was not going to eat it, Carpenter Ron. I was going to lick it. Always remember, kid, if you find something new, you must lick it before you eat it.
That is incorrect. In a number of ways. I'm sure I've had some fun making this. Thank you.
You're welcome, Carpenter Ron. Hey, kids, this to me seems like a... remove the breath.
Leslie. Oh, God! You having a bad dream?
No, I suffer from disorder.
Look, I'm freaking out, okay?
Nice.
Tom is not here, and he's got debt left for him, and I have 3 hours to fill.
I only watched this once, by the way.
Don't go back to sleep, okay? I need you to wake up. Ron, come on, help me.
I am only here because I owe Leslie 1,000 favors. I'm not big on charities. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Don't teach a man to fish. Teach him. He's a grown man. Fishing's not that hard.
Where the fuck is the claptrap?
National anthem of Canada. And now
What?
see how long I can hold a D chord.
April, will you call some of the rec center teachers and see if they want to come down and show off their special skills? Yes, nod your head yes.
I can do magic. 8 minutes.
Jerry, that's disgusting. It's fake. Oh my God, it's real. Go up there and do that.
You broke my egg.
You don't have a second egg?
No, but I'm a very good piano player. I'd be happy to go up there and give it a shot.
Why are you wasting my time? This is really serious.
You go keep your eye out for Tom. I got this covered. When recaning an old chair, one needs to make sure that one has all the right elements in place. Over. Under.
Over.
You guessed it. Over.
God, he's actually losing money.
Over. Under.
The chair is losing money.
Gentlemen, Wilderness Weekend.
I love this.
There will be no video games. There will be no
What?
internet pads.
What?
This weekend you have 2 parents, me and Mother Nature.
Oh shit.
I am Mother Nature's brother,
The uncle.
but you can call me Andy or Brother Nature. Your call. Thank you, Andy, Brother Nature. For the last 3 years, I have served as troop leader of the Pawnee Rangers.
We got grape, popsicle grape. Mixed. I'm gonna do Huzz. Huh? She's not gonna Huzz this.
I wrote the whole thing myself.
What is this?
That is a Kansas.
Like,
The most versatile object known to man.
I think I'm gonna be able to pick up some weapons.
Tents, backpacks, shoes, stretchers, sails, tarpaulins, and I suppose...
Am I fucking dreaming?
Circumstances.
Look at this.
It can be a service to make art.
What's the second?
Imagine the third guy.
The second gift is the box itself. You have 10 minutes to assemble a shelter using only your 2 gifts. Go.
This homemade bulgogi is so delicious, Kayla. This is the best Korean food I've ever had. I would say it's almost as good as lukewarm beans from a can. Right, Ron?
I'm trying to teach my boys about rationing food, and your self-indulgent ethnic food court isn't helping. Boys, I'm trying to teach you something about nature and self-reliance.
That's a good thing.
Nothing beats hard work and determination.
Is this the Pawnee Goddesses? I've got the puppies you ordered. Oh, the puppies for the puppy party that we're having in our cabin? Those puppies?
Puppies? I need 2 more parts, people.
Look, I didn't mean for this to happen. I have a lot of respect for the Pawnee Rangers, even if they were jerks 5 years ago. You're not a jerk. You're a good troop leader.
Not for these times, I'm not. It's taken me a while to see this, but these kids, I don't understand them. They certainly don't understand me.
It's okay.
It's not true.
No, it is. And it's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Their interests change. It's the way of the world. When did kids get so interested in fun?
Dude, you're kidding me.
You here for the club?
That was last week.
Yeah, just today. Are you tough as nails? Would you rather sleep on a bed of pine needles than a mattress? Do you find video games pointless and shopping malls stupid? Do you march to the beat of your own drummer?
Well, I have to. If I have to, I have to, right?
If so, you might just have what it takes to be a Swanson. Pawnee's most hardcore outdoor club starts today. Boys and girls, welcome.
Swansons, are you prepared for whatever lies ahead?
Yes, sir.
Before we proceed, do any of you have any dietary restrictions? Correct, you do not. First outing is right now. I will be teaching you to dig a proper trench. Does that sound like something you want to do?
Yes, sir.
This will be no fun at all. Look, little girl, postpone this for another day. It's unsettling having you just sit there.
My report's due tomorrow.
What's it on?
Why government matters.
Really? It's never too early to learn that the government is a greedy piglet that suckles on a taxpayer's teat until they have sore, chapped nipples.
Facts.
I'm gonna need a different metaphor to give this 9-year-old. What's your name, ma'am?
Lauren Burgess.
Lauren. My name is Ron Swanson, and I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about the miserable, screwed-up world of local government.
You mustard and you mustache.
Don't sass me, Burgess. Let's get started. Life,
Burgess.
liberty, and property. John Locke. This is your lunch.
John Locke from the
You
Lost?
can do whatever you want to with this, right? You want to eat all of it? Great. If you want to throw it away in the garbage, that's your prerogative. But here I come. The government. And I get to take 40% of your lunch. And that, Lauren, is how taxes work.
That's not fair.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Capital gains tax. And that, Lauren, is how FDR ruined business.
Lauren? Are you gonna go?
Well, I guess it's time for you to head home. I've really enjoyed talking with you. You are, and this is not a joke, much smarter than most of the people who work in this building.
I like talking to you too, Swanson.
Ron. Hang on, I have something for you. This is a Claymore landmine. Use that to protect your property.
Thanks, Ron.
You got it.
Smart.
Are you Ron Swanson?
I am.
Okay, what exactly did you teach my daughter?
Oh, you must be Mrs. Burkins.
Lauren was supposed to do a paper on why government matters. This is what she wrote.
It doesn't. Well said.
Is this a joke?
No, ma'am. I legitimately believe that. I'm a libertarian.
Oh, that's nice. Well, she is.
Nice.
If fourth graders aren't supposed to have their heads turned full of weird ideas, they're supposed to do
What?
reports and get gold stars.
I'm very sorry. I was
And you ate her lunch? And you gave her a landmine?
Yes, sir.
Well, it seemed appropriate at the time.
How?
Well, she's a young girl, and you need to protect that house. That's it. That's how. That is how I protect my shit. Slack.
Do you need something?
Slack. Get some more clutch components for Tannis. Fantastic. They should limit the invention of a probability factor to -42, which is a big deal. Really. Get even more clutch components for Tannis. Dude, if this is the whole thing, I'm gonna be happy. Tannis needs more part to ensure the protection grid holds onto her device. Quick complement units. You're going against total protonic reversal, which would be extraordinarily bad. I understood. A Jack 0. Clash of components, holy. We don't know. I don't think that there's 5075 in there.
Listen to your teachers and read all the books you can. Then when you're 18, you can drink, gamble, and become a libertarian.
The drinking age is 21.
I know. Another stupid government rule. So you write a new paper?
Yes.
Give me a quick second.
One for me?
Because this is not working.
This game, you're not ready for it.
I don't care that I'm not ready for it. Because I don't want to play it.
I guess we could go to a pharmacy, but I really don't want to use like a cheap plastic. I hate pharmacy. And
Ooh ha ha ha.
is this? It's the brown gemstone. I am out of ideas.
Ouch.
Jewelry store.
No, that's closed. That's why we're doing this. Perhaps I could do
What time did she text me? Because I want to text her at this
How
time.
much do you think Anne would miss this sconce? I don't know. It's part of her house. Well, okay. It's not rocket science. I removed the sconce, fired up my grandfather's torch, heated up the pieces in a cast iron bucket, liquefied the metal, poured into a mold.
Morning.
Keep it over a low flame to achieve.
So she texts me at 8 o'clock, which means I will text her at 8 o'clock because I'm original as fuck.
Any moron with a crucible and a acetylene torch and a cast iron waffle maker would have done the same. The whole thing only took me about 20 minutes.
Good.
People who buy things are suckers.
Suckers.
Libertarianism is all about individual liberty, and it should never be defined by the terms liberal or conservative.
And communism is no good.
That's right. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah. And what's the word for when a few clerics are in charge? Religious oligarchy. Holy I can remember things.
I guess.
We need components.
Good God, man, what happened?
Tammy happened to him. Remind you of anyone around? We think the art issues aside, and Ben is a miserable person.
What the fuck?
Jeremy, this is a gold bar.
Is that in your desk?
I will give you this gold bar if you say one unflattering thing about Tammy. If I do.
How do you like this?
When it comes to Tammy, the code is the same as that of Tammy. First, you leave no man behind. Second, you must protect yourself against chemical warfare.
Facts.
Tammy does not abide by this agreement convention.
What?
I made this Tammy program First, this is a chastity belt that I made by hand. There might be a couple sizes of but the first step is to cut out all sex. That won't be necessary. We haven't done the deed yet. She lets me rub up against her legs sometimes. Well, all the more reason to wear it. You know she has that card left to play. You best believe she will.
We're also going to try Pavlovian. Ron is holding Tammy's perfume. Good.
Oh!
Again.
Pavlovian. Pavlovian is when you
Until the bottle is empty again.
when you teach a dog to do certain thing and to recognize one thing. He hears a bag rustle, you know that's food.
It was pretty far gone.
Okay, we're gonna do some scenes and demonstrate ways that you can resist Tammy. I will play Tammy, Ron will play you.
Hey there, horsey. Time to mount up and ride on in a bonus. What do you say?
There will be no sex today, Tammy.
Oh.
Instead, what are you going to the pet store and feed yourself to the snakes? To hell with you, woman. Goodbye.
There you go.
Uncle Wiener me. I've got 41 powers, some energy bars, and a Chinese finger trap. Let's get gross.
This gambit has failed. To hell with you, woman. Goodbye. What are you wearing? It's a crop blaster of my own design. In this scenario, she will be coming at me fancy. Okay, doors are locked, windows secured. There is no way Tammy's getting in here.
Jam! Strip down, you sex maggot!
And hold! What was your mistake? You didn't check the armoire.
Yeesh.
Tammy once camped out in my attic for 6 days awaiting my arrival. She survived on rats and rainwater. Let's run it again! Under my tutelage, you will grow from boys into men. From men into gladiators. And from gladiators into Swansons. Behold! The Swanson Pyramid of Greatness. I've been developing the Swanson Pyramid of Greatness.
Aww, adorable.
A perfectly calibrated recipe for maximum personal achievement. Categories include capitalism, God's way of determining who is not and who is poor. Crying, acceptable at funerals and the Grand Canyon. Rage, toys, property rights. This is all only not for me. Fish meat is practically the best. Haircuts. There are 3 acceptable haircuts. Iron tight, crew cut, brush cut. And the scissors broken in your house, son. Welcome to the emergency self-defense class. I'll be showing you how to escape from a variety of situations while
Look at here.
inflicting maximum damage on your attackers.
Ron, do you think that maybe I should put Mark in a headlock? That way I can show everyone how to escape a pervert?
In the scenario you just laid out, you're the pervert. You understand that, right?
Enough. I'm going to start off simple and demonstrate how to extract oneself from a wrist grab. Andy, and step up here.
I watch a lot of Lifetime movies. There was this one, How Far is Too Far Enough, story, the Robin story. This woman had agoraphobia and her therapist was obsessed with her. And they attacked her toes. Also, so yeah, free self-defense class, I'm there.
Now just twist your arm. Oh, very good, very good. Well done.
Now I'm on the back.
Yeah, that was really good. Okay, lesson learned. Next, Andy. Impressive. I'm going to engage Andy in a panic code, and he's going to try and break through. Ooh, I don't want to hurt you. Don't worry about that. Just try to escape my attack.
Now, when I get out, am I allowed to penetrate?
They're strong as fuck. What the heck?
We'll be ready.
You wanna play? Let's fucking play.
Oh, okay. Let's see where we're going with this. Now, when your arms are pinned to your sides, use your legs to break free instead of your neck, which is what Andy's trying to do. Get nailed it! Yeah!
Let him go.
I don't know why.
Andy.
Aubrey Plaza
Okay, what day is it today?
has been such an icon, right? But for the life of me, I cannot help but see her as what's her name in
Squeeze your lights out.
Scott Pilgrim.
No worries. Will you show me how to do that move, though? Sure, I can teach you right now.
No. Andy, you should really just take it easy, I think. Do you want some more water or maybe some pancakes?
No, I'm fine.
What the?
Hey, what's the first move in this fight?
Punch to the balls.
I'm on the bad side.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, Ron. I'm guilty. I did something bad.
I'm not able to upload.
That's simple. You know what makes a good person good? When a good person does something bad, they own up to it. They try to learn something from it, and they move on.
I just don't know. So we're uploading a video. It's not uploading at all. Okay. Just try to figure it out because the longer it takes, the worse it is because we'll be reaching the 24 hours.
Seaweed, show. That large boy is my colleague. We work at the Parks Department.
Oh, you're not even from the Public Works Department.
Look, it appeared that no one from the proper channels was going to fix this, so I decided to do it myself.
Do you know what you're doing?
Won't be long. What the fuck, dude? Why is it not working?
Yes, I do.
I just need to work, please. I'm not asking for much. I'm asking to work. Ouch.
Please and thank you.
I'm sorry about his pure I'm single mom.
No need to apologize. I understand completely. This is delicious.
I got a food sweet.
That's where I got these gloves.
Right. So, how exactly are you gonna
Okay.
use this hole? Just for my own edification.
The reason why it's not working is because it's uploaded.
Out of the hole. Now I'm using a jackhammer to remove the larger pieces. Then I'll spray down the hole
That's why. Ah, okay.
and fill it with
Well, if it's working, we're good. If it's uploaded, it's good.
Now I can fix the next one myself.
Shh. Thank you. Sorry about this, guys.
Ron, listen, I've eaten a commissary hamburger for lunch every day for 12 years. I just want to make sure that this pointless health crusade won't affect the only part of my job that I like.
Oh, those hamburgers are fine. Red meat can cause sluggishness, heart disease, even impotence.
Has the opposite effect on me.
You ever tried a turkey burger?
Is that a fried turkey leg inside a grilled hamburger? If so, yes, delicious.
A turkey burger. You take lean ground turkey meat and make that into a burger instead of red meat.
Why would anyone do that to themselves?
What if I told you that I could make a turkey burger that tastes like any other burger you've ever had?
Challenge accepted. Cook off later today in the courtyard. If I win, hamburgers remain in the commissary.
Doing that for them to respawn.
The rarest jewel of all. Victory over me, Ron Swanson.
I like that. We're on. Hey guys. Amber, Annie, Bill, Johnny.
No, I don't plan to buy anything here. I buy my burger ingredients at Food and Stuff, a discount food outlet equidistant from my home and my work. I came here for the same reason people go to the zoo.
Good.
Nature is amazing.
I can't believe place before you, like East meets West, and your favorite turkey burger.
Want something to watch?
Burger made with Willow Farms toasted Taleggio cheese crisp, papaya chutney.
There's absolutely nothing.
Microgreens on a gluten-free brioche bun. Enjoy.
This tastes as delicious as Beyonce smells. I'm guessing.
What is this in here? Saffron? Wow, somebody's got a sharp palate.
I love the umami flavor.
Stop being so pretentious, Kyle.
Sorry.
Here's mine.
You wanna do a horror?
Out of meat on a bun with nothing.
Okay.
Add ketchup if you want.
We'll do a horror. More.
Wow.
Horror's good.
I'm so disappointed. I thought that you and I were going to have a real challenge.
Never mind, this is better.
Fuck, dude. Mort.
Kyle?
Horror.
Sorry, Andy. Ron's is better.
Oh my god, it's so much better. It's crazy. Turkey can never beat cow, Chris. Sorry.
I don't understand. I've tinkered with this recipe for
Good.
years.
It's 10 hours, so.
I'm a 24-year-old male, and this happened to me a few years ago.
We'll do 1.5. If it's too fast, you tell me in the comments. Should be too fast though. Mort is good. So yeah, so we respawn because it's gonna respawn every single clap trap. It's kind of it's not that far. Shout out Carly, girl. Fucking adore that. She's cute. She's really hot, actually. Smiley. Some big fat tits. You know, a lot of information, but hey. You see, if I didn't do that, I would have not thought about selling it. Shit. A 30 out of 35. Before I go, was there something I could have done to make your heart feel better? Today we're gonna get the sunrise, gonna be nice. My apologies. Nice. We're tired. Yesterday we fell asleep. I went to sleep at 4 o'clock, and I woke up today at 5 o'clock. No. I woke up this morning. I went to sleep yesterday morning at 4 o'clock, and I woke up the same day at 5 o'clock p.m. I cracked it really slowly, and I put him in there, I was sorry, but then I didn't see the door open as I was backing up. For a brief moment, he didn't really say anything. That was the first thing last. I knew he's going to be true as it was really quiet about it. I wasn't speaking when I woke up. I told him that I preferred through the crack as I would have been on the third again for the car. I wrote him to the man, who usually spoke that I wanted to return now. He was telling me to go down my window yet again. I again put him there, and I was 3 days. Plus, she's super cuddly. Very kind, very generous. Boom. Got lucky. I actually love this weapon. Look at this shit. Beautiful. This shit. Love the story. Fuck, I'm getting tired. Good. Give me a quick second. Another one. I've been listening to this guy, this channel, Mort, for 4 or 5 years.
I really have no idea what their intentions were or why the man acted the way he did. All I know is that if I had reacted how I did, get my mom and I out of there. I just really think what they're doing would have done to us.
Go to the website you love with wigs. For your words,
My apologies.
make your brand,
My apologies.
your opportunity, your brand.
My apologies.
Feel the vibe? Run with it. From give it away to gotta have it. Make every detail yours. Bring out what's hot. Remove what's not.
Okay, fucking ads that lasted 10 hours. Thank you.
I moved to the nearest city from my hometown about 2 hours away to go to community college. I was going to degree in finance. I was doing what I said to really good join with 3 other roommates who were also female. The area was living in a city part of the city, so I was going to accomplish whatever I did, especially at night.
Badass. Oh, Chris Payne, it's not that bad. So see, this is a problem because there's no more. We killed them all.
Though I would typically avoid it at night, some really some really creepy vibes. When I finally arrived there, I opened the door and went inside. It was pretty quiet, save for one guy who was hanging out with a hoodie in the back. The girl at the counter seemed to be scrolling through her phone.
Thank you.
She didn't really have much to do, so I went ahead and started looking at things I wanted to buy. Though I gotta say, the closer I got to the back, the more that I could hear this sort of muttering. The guy who I'd seen entering the store seemed to be muttering absolute nonsense to himself. It wasn't that quiet, so I wasn't able to make out what he was saying. I didn't really think too much of it, and I just went back to what I was doing. A few minutes ago,
That was delightful.
still shopping.
Really good. So we drinking mixed.
Absolutely shouting random incomprehensible.
Because again, you guys know that I have a struggle with energy drink. We
Our story big.
What?
I didn't know what to do. I wasn't sure if the sky was drunk high or just crazy. The girl at the cash register seemed to have been alerted to his presence as well. We had made eye contact, and she looked just as terrified as I did.
You know what happened?
We both just watched as this man then rank and raved and
You know what happened?
I wasn't sure if I should call police or not. I was trying to be quiet as to not alert him of my presence, as I just really didn't know what he was capable of. Another few minutes went by, and this guy then started yelling and screaming until he then walked up to the front, kicked over a few benches, and left the store. I watched the guy then disappear right into the night.
For some reason, this will.
I genuinely thought that was going to be attacked.
This takes me there.
Thankfully, he left, though, without causing too much damage. I walked up to the porcelain cashier and paid for my stuff. I also ended up giving her some extra cash because I felt really bad. I mean, I know she wasn't getting paid enough to deal with people like that crazy-ass man, so I just wanted to...
Crazy-ass man.
That's pretty much the end of my story, though. I don't really have anything to add. I don't know if
Okay, good.
but I'm just really hoping that I don't encounter him again.
When I was 18 years old, I decided to go metal detecting as part of it. It was in the heart of the ghetto, saying that this place is a bad heart.
See, 7:30.
There are regular shootings and occurrences, and the parking lot around the area is filled to the brim with dirty needles. And maybe I was shooting for taking at this location, but I guess I just didn't care. I mean, I previously did this work, helped this old bum find a missing piece from his bicycle.
My apologies.
It was like 4:30 in the morning. I drank like 8 cups of coffee and had this beat up customer.
My apologies.
It's a metal detector that my grandpa got at Radio Shack.
My apologies.
Passed away. And started on one side of the field. And then we went across it. Sort of rusty skin sort of happened. I found corona caps and sprinkler hearts in the end. But I was at about the middle of the field. Very good at seeing as well a coin or whatever.
That was really good.
I got my detector on the glass and pulled out this
It's like I'm always hungry lately.
And as I was digging, sort of looked around and took a view of my surroundings. I had one look behind me and noticed that this older, heavy-set black dude sort of looked a bit like Wesley Willis. He was super far away from me. It was starting
Because.
I assumed he was by the park, so I kept digging, but kept my eye. It's worth noting too that he couldn't have seen my knife from the angle of his ass, just like the detector in bad frame. It started getting closer and closer to me. I got really suspicious of this point, and I started wondering what the deal was. I don't think until I noticed him, because just then, he started charging me, running full force towards me as fast as he could, with his eyes aimed at my feet. I stood up as fast as I could.
Noise?
I immediately yelled, "Oh man, I didn't mean to be trouble. I'm sorry, man." And then just ran away through the forest. To be honest,
Holy fuck, dude. So what I do is I overeat. Like right now, I'm craving food and my belly is full from the water. You know why? Because I'm craving junk food. Boom. Thank you.
This could explain why I feel so completely disconnected from reality and following sort. I'm also
70.
I like to see the best in people around. This has been problematic on a few times. With the story, maybe the worst thing is handing out what you've got. So my boyfriend and I, very good business. We do it up to we're not participating in that. I do have to know that's I go to these sessions and
Black. One.
I get a more like personal message and make an effort to answer that. I'm definitely not interested, and that I'm in a relationship. This is how my discussion with him started. He didn't approach me with will you be my sub, but with curiosity about how I got into BSS. Saying he was quite a YouTube domain and was interested in understanding the way of life. So I gladly explained. The explanation was turned into discussions. He told me about how he was police and that he investigated that kind of
Boom,
stuff.
boom.
He also told me that he was married and that he had
Hello there, good friend.
we had a lot of hobbies in common too.
Got those para tres knees. Fill time. If you got the time, she got the beer. Fill the beer. It's filler time. Popcorn settling on Tenant's device is malfunctioning. Well, not so much malfunctioning. Including deadly mutant corn. You more parts should fix it. Wow.
He shared pictures of his kids and the investigations that he was working
A
on.
hundo.
This went on for another 3 months, too. Then, one day, he told me that he had to do an interview
Damn.
close to the town where I live. Asked if he could leave for coffee.
It would be a bit, I'm gonna be honest, it would be a bit nicer if the more you gave her, the worse it became in the dump. Like enemies were becoming more and more robots.
Before anyone panics,
The Claptrap were becoming stronger and stronger, because right now we're doing a Claptrap genocide.
he has a lot of girlfriends back in my country. I have a lot of boys. So this really isn't influence. But anyway, back to this person has. It felt as if he only felt he was honest. We had a great time. I was so happy that I found a friend far from my country. He knew that I loved reading thrillers and better investigation videos, so he showed me his humor.
Hang on, check. I would love if they also gave.
Show up what he could do. However, as the night returned, after grabbing drinks from the bar, he forced me against the wall. Yes, I was shocked. He barely managed to push him off. I told him I was confusing him.
Schlack.
He was married, and I was in a relationship. He was really sorry. He told me that he felt this between us. I was like, yeah, it's called friendship.
Ooh.
Then say that. He told me he wanted to take care of my it's pretty crazy.
Badass.
I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's possible, but either way, what I know is my boyfriend is still in his heart. He didn't talk about it for days, and I told him everything about the money that he had. I was going to find his side.
Somebody's shooting at me. Fuck, what the heck? Trudy. Know what I was. That guy was good.
I guess it was just
I got so lucky that I sent Claptrap. Claptrap was like, no, he's not dying. Claptrap, I'm so sorry. I'm so lucky that I sent Bloodwing. I'm like, wait, no, he's not dying. Good. That's the wrong weapon.
I was worse than he said my boyfriend. So, does this mean it's sending this message over and over again in hopes that we might see it?
Boom.
Fortunately, I had dated people before. Disassemble! Basically,
ooh, that works. If I can get here, if I can get 34. 34. We're good. 34. By 34? Because if I can get 34, I'll do it 3 times.
Some of these dogs chase the cats around, and some of the dogs kill them, and some of them injure them.
I'm not blaming the dogs, though. It's just I don't like the bad owners. I'm just saying how most people do not like cats at all, and that goes for the people in our apartment building. All of them hate cats. We have a grandpa who lives downstairs who comes down. He's an awful guy with 3 children, and their father and the grandma hang around a lot outside, and I often hear the grandma teaching her children to hate the cats as well. Now on the 2nd floor, this is where the evil neighbors reside. On the 2nd floor, there's a back door that leads outside, and the 2nd floor is on a hill. We often move back there at night to get the cats food, and we found it quite difficult to do so these past months. Now we have to go out back and walk towards the side of the building to get the cats our leftovers. A few months ago, my dad came in and sent out the neighbors opening spices like paprika, garlic powder, and other spices on their windowsill and air conditioner to hurt the cats if they smell it. I immediately went outside and ripped some dirt off the ground.
Gonna text my girl.
Splash some water to get rid of the dirt, because obviously if you do that, you'll
Be in the know. Shh.
This is my dog.
might get used. They even put notes on their windows to not lock it down.
Okay.
Not for a few weeks. Yesterday they put a ton of crap on their window and I wiped it off. And then today,
Noise.
and I went outside and took a picture for evidence. Now we have a note from the manager on our board saying
Good.
I wiped it down. And they have some
Start game.
So I'm saying I did it. But they're saying that I tried to get under the windows and break in. It's just a warning notice, but I'm not sure what to do. I really love the cats. I grew up with them. But I just don't understand these grown-ass adults having beef with a minor and some cats, seeing as they have their own cat. I would also like to add that the managers are horrible. They hate animals, and they put notes on all of the apartment doors to not feed them or give them water. But what they don't realize is the cats are saving them from lawsuits, seeing as snakes like copperheads keep lurking around here, and some snakes have even gotten inside the apartments. The managers are also buddy-buddy with other residents and let them break the rules. They literally didn't kick their friends out when 2 grown-ass adults jumped into my older brother because we called him names when he abused a cat right in front of us. That's just how I'm
Our store.
Again. Sorry, guys.
Game to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where
Just trying to move on.
female, and I got my first apartment about a year ago.
So glad, bro. I met a girl.
But excited about the opportunity.
So glad, dude. Finally, things are going my ways, you know?
My key broke in my door, so I had to call maintenance.
She kind of wants a relationship, though. And I don't know how I feel about it.
But my dog was immediately afraid of it. I passed it off as nothing since she was a puppy, and I figured she might just act that way around everyone new. A few weeks later, my dishwasher broke, so I called maintenance to come out again. I was working on crate training my dog.
Torture?
So it was fine for them to come while I was at work, since she would be in her crate, and at most, just might annoy them with mild barking. Upon arriving home from work, I found several places on my carpet where my dog had an accident. I thought that I must have missed it before I left for work. I took her outside to go for a walk.
Slack.
This guy stopped me and informed me that he let my dog out while working on my dishwasher. He informed me that I was starving her by keeping her locked up all day, and that I wasn't a good pet owner. He then stated he'd take better care of her. I was way too shocked.
That ain't do.
I talked to my dog's vet, and then they confirmed I was doing everything right for crate training my puppy. For several weeks after this, the maintenance guy would stop to attend to pet my dog whenever we saw us. I started taking different routes for walks, and began driving to a nearby park to avoid it. This was when I realized my dog didn't react to any other stranger the way she reacted to him, hiding behind me and aggressively barking. He also began making comments about my appearance. I mentioned the occurrences to my parents whenever they visited. My mom thought that I might just be overreacting to living alone for the first time. She walked my dog with me around the complex.
Can we possibly do that? Maybe there's more catch up.
My dog. We got back from the walk, and my mom then stated we were going to go out to buy video cameras for the apartment. After that, things seemed to calm down.
Might be.
A different guy would come out. My dog was still huge, but wouldn't react aggressively. Today I had a maintenance issue again, and the original maintenance guy came out. My dog once again reacted aggressively. I told her to help calm her down, and she began to relax, but still remained on alert. The maintenance guy mentioned that he noticed my family had recently visited, and he then proceeded to ask if they had left. He then started asking me how they were working. I responded by saying they were working. I began feeling very uncomfortable, and I laughed off his question by stating that I didn't remember. He wouldn't accept this answer though, and attempt to ask for a name. I then responded by saying that I'm bad with numbers. He then kept asking me about how many hours I work. My dog then began barking aggressively at him until he finally left. I honestly feel so freaked out right now. My lease is almost done, so I'm not going to do much of a plan to get if I would hold my security deposit. I'm also going to stop following the and go here for a few more weeks.
That's good.
This happened last night. For reference, I'm a 22-year-old.
Give me a sec. So we did. Oh shit, that's good. That's true. Did 6 hours say 4?
Once I went down her upstairs apartment window, I saw the man walking
Shit.
on the parking lot, which was across the street from our unit.
This is 4. We'll go to bed at like 9 o'clock, 9:30.
sat in his car for around 3 minutes while I was in the dispatch.
9:30 is perfect.
Then came back to my door and knocked my out for another 10 minutes.
Slack. Slack. Okay. Slack. If I go to bed at 9:30, it's gonna be perfect. Stop, dude. Two. If I go to bed at 9:30, it's 4.5 hours, which means 11 hours. They're not strong, it's just the number.
To say the least, he was outside for about 25 to 30 minutes. To the document that ran out of minutes. Okay, so I'm trained in firearms. I now was considered running over the week, and the background check is really quick. We're going to get that firearm. My husband is taking some classes as he comes from somewhere where owning a gun is illegal, so it's never going to go one. I'm still getting to the responding officer. I have his badge number and name, so if they ever come to get any gun,
Slack.
However, while I was looking at the video I took, I remember that car. I was walking my dog and this car was driving really slowly through the parking lot and parked a few spots down from where I was letting my dog stand.
Get 46. All catch-up will be...
I'm not joking.
There's no way. Viva Free Pandora. Viva la Revolution. That is so cool.
I think you want to get in where those children are.
That is so cool.
Update number 2.
Slack.
Since the incident, I called dispatch.
Oh, wait a second.
Follow up from the responding officer.
505.
The department called me back to give me more information. He said that they pulled over the man and ran him to make sure there were no warrants and asked him what he was doing. He told the officer that he was meeting up with an acquaintance. The officer let him go with no questions. Not only that, the responding officer is also a sergeant. I about lost my mind with this. The sergeant I spoke to today stated that he should have looked into it more, but there was obviously an attempted burglary, sexually motivated, and with intent to commit a felony. The responding officer is supposed to call me tonight when he gets on duty. I'm honestly livid at all this. Zero due diligence for this case, but there's not even a case. No case number, just a documented police contact. I'll give you when I have it. Okay, so here's the final update. The officer finally told me. Here's how the conversation went. Hello.
Died.
I answered groggily. It was well past midnight.
Strook.
Hello, miss. I was told you had some questions about an incident a few nights ago. Yes, about Thursday. I want to know what that man told you he was doing. You know, he was looking at the windows and shooting potential restraints. I'm not sure if that was related to you. I stopped and ran his tags and he told me that he was meeting with a guy from a dating app. He seemed forthcoming and open with his motive for being there. Meeting up with. Wait. You're telling me he was meeting up with someone by looking at windows and knocking on 10 different doors for 20 minutes? I was shocked and still not fully awake. Like I said, he seemed forthcoming and honest with me. So was Jeffrey Dahmer was the first thing that came to my mind. With resistant bands, like workout bands? Yeah, he had a lot of belongings in his car, so he walked through. Right. Well, knocked on multiple doors. He saw the little girl through the window. He waited.
Look at this. By the way, it is the wrong weapon though. But hey, 21.
Just to make sure he doesn't come back. I haven't seen anything suspicious. If you don't have any more questions, I'll let you go now. This just doesn't make any sense to me. But then
I'm looking for possibly a pistol or...
I just feel so easy about that conversation. Nothing really. I haven't seen that man or the car. My mind is blown at the lack of follow-up or due diligence. I live in a suburb. It's not a busy one either. The police department has a small jurisdiction. I guess I'll just have to protect myself.
46.
I've lived in the beautiful city of Los Angeles.
I love claptraps. This is a fun DLC.
I don't know how you deal with it. But other than getting my car battery stolen a few times and the terrifying incident I'm about to share with y'all, I have a really
Slack.
in an apartment complex in Hollywood where I was living with 3 roommates about a year before the pandemic hit.
Ouch.
Those who haven't been to Hollywood, let me set the scene. Most of it is the complete opposite of the But now it seems to be a magnet. It's extremely dirty and sometimes it feels unsafe to walk the street. Let alone the night. I'm a
Oh,
You truly never know who you're
that was beautiful.
and I don't mean that in a good way. Now for the apartment complex itself.
The claptrap.
But for whatever reason, apartments that have having security
The amount of bullshit they're saying is amazing.
all of sketchy apartments in LA that had security patrolling the building.
Except claptraps are either super funny or super fucking annoying.
Worse, the complex would allow certain apartment units to Airbnb guests, meaning that randos were in and leaving the building 24/7. Both of these elements contributed to what happened on the night in question, which also happened to be the day I moved in. So on this day, I was almost done moving all of my stuff down.
Nice. Now I don't know where she is. Okay. 62. They literally, and I love that they literally call it the filler.
I walked into the lobby of the complex carrying the stuff and waited for them to do everything. As I was waiting, a group of about 3 or 4 people entered the lobby judging by their luggage and wide-eyed sense of wonderment. As this group came in the lobby doors, which were entirely made of see-through glass by the way, I noticed that the red were behind them. My first glance at this man was red. You could just tell there was someone in the street who didn't need to be in this building. He was tall with flowery hair, wearing a filthy white beard that almost didn't light at one point. He had a dangerous, dead-eye quality that communicated to me that he was out of it. On drugs, drunk, or something else. Not sure, but I knew that I did not want this man in my building. The group of tourists continued chatting to each other, completely oblivious to the
Waking up.
To my dismay, they allowed him to stagger into the lobby right behind them.
Just to say, morning.
The tourists still seemingly oblivious
Kitty cat.
to the potentially dangerous this man seemed. As both of the elevator doors opened at the same time, I scurried into one, and the tourist shuffled into the other. To my absolute horror, the man jumped into my elevator at the last second, and as the doors closed, I realized I was trapped in there alone with him. Now, I'm already a paranoid person who's way too addicted to horror and true crime, so I was freaking out at that point. I was standing as close to the front of the elevator as possible while the man stayed toward the back. It became more and more apparent that this was a man who was on something incoherent, as he began murmuring things I couldn't understand behind me. I had no idea it was directed toward
It'll be the same thing. Fucking same mistake.
but I didn't turn around or look his way out of fear of encouragement.
So dumb, dude.
His mutterings grew louder as I continued standing toward the front of the elevator, praying that he wouldn't try anything. The man then gruffly snarled, "Hey!" I shot him a look at a pure reflex to see him with an undone zipper touching his junk for his disgusting tiny whiteies and staring at me with those dazed, unwell eyes. This entire sequence felt like an eternity, but was probably only a minute.
The problem is I don't know.
As we finally reached my door and the doors opened, I walked out of the elevator as quickly but as calmly as possible, not wanting to provoke him further.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to in another mission.
I was possibly in the clear, as he didn't seem to be following me, but I could still hear the man making incoherent noises from the elevator. I glanced behind me to see the man exit the elevator. "Oh!" He yelled at me, and that was it. I was not even making this far to just...
I fucked up.
I started running, still dragging my suitcase and holding my records. And in my panic, he started running after me. My stuff crashed to the ground as I dropped it and went as fast as I could to my door, which was unlocked, thank God, due to my other roommates being home. As I slammed
I fucked up, guys.
the man reached our door, muttering and growling. I honestly don't even think he knew where he was or what he was doing. He seriously seemed...
How did I fuck up?
Maybe he only started running because I started running. Who knows? But thankfully, I made it
Fuck, that was a big mistake.
to his house before coming after me.
That's a big mistake.
I got inside my apartment, I was shaking and crying from the shock of it all, and sitting with my back against the door. My roommates had heard me scream as I was running down the hallway, which I wasn't even aware of doing, and they came to ask me what happened. I explained the story to them, but I was too scared to look outside of the door.
What is the mistake?
My roommates did it for me.
Oh.
Instead of the man was just wandering around our hallway, looking lost for a few minutes, before going back down the elevator.
Okay.
Surprisingly, that was the only crazy thing that really happened in that apartment. There was one time that the glass doors in the lobby got completely shattered by someone.
One.
And we were literally without doors for a while.
We didn't have enough space, so the recording stopped. This is the third time it stops today. So now I have 3 crowns and I have 2 voiceless. I have 2 Resistance Reborn. And if you're good at math, that's 6.
But my front door was mistakenly left unlocked. Both myself and my boyfriend thought the other person locked it when we came inside. I almost always double check before bed just to make sure it's locked. But I was running 3 hours of sleep. And it very
Okay, good.
slipped my mind.
So now what we're doing?
To make things clear, my boyfriend works night, so he's almost always awake during the night and sleeps during the day. I work days, so my sleep schedule is nearly...
I have an ID.
Every Saturday morning, I load up our 2 baskets of laundry into my car and wash it at my mom's house, since she lives closer where
Okay.
I work. And our mom...
So we'll do X recorder.
I specifically do it every Saturday because it's the
Okay.
day of the week that I get out of work in the morning and have time to do it, so it works out well.
I have Sundays off, but I like to stay home that day. And since my mom's house is nearby,
I would kill for
and ended up getting the two of us
more than 10. I have to wait like 2 months though.
about 6 p.m. to help me carry everything inside. Like I mentioned, we were both distracted by food and carrying everything. We both just forgot to lock the door upon coming back inside. Oftentimes I carry everything
Won't be long?
alone since he's usually still sleeping.
We're almost there.
He fell right back asleep, but I was awake for a couple of hours playing my Switch. At about 8 p.m., I got up and put my Switch away and passed out very soon after in bed with him. My boyfriend got out of bed approximately an hour or two after I fell asleep, and then went into our computer room so he could play some games himself. I have no idea how I slept through all of this. I'm so horrified to think
Well, that's 4 minutes video.
and then immediately walked into our front door and living room. The computer room where my boyfriend was sitting is directly down the hallway from the living room. So he stood
I just found out that we have a 40 minutes rule. 40 minutes.
Hey man, what the hell are you doing? Who the hell are you? Meanwhile, I'm asleep in the bedroom right off that same hallway that he was walking down to get into the living room and front door area. I very vaguely remember hearing him say, "What the hell are you doing?"
Like what ads?
So I passed right back down. My boyfriend said the guy was wearing a face mask that was pulled down, and he was stumbling over his words and said something along the lines of, "I'm supposed to be here?" They said, "Just knock and come in." And my boyfriend told him to get in,
Nice.
and then he had the wrong place. And the guy then backed off into the hallway out of our apartment complex. The guy said something like, "They told me room number 450 or something like that." And I couldn't
Yum.
They wouldn't give me an exact address. My boyfriend then threatened to call the police.
Fuck, I ate ads, guys. I'm so sorry. You've got so much to do in the background.
Call the police anyways, but I'm not really sure
It's
what
insane.
they've done at this point. I know I'm probably being completely paranoid, but I keep thinking about what if this man follows on the road.
And we died. It's okay.
Every Saturday night until recently. Our curtains in the bedroom were cracked, and he could have seen me sleeping in bed while I was alone. The way he was stumbling over his words trying to come up with a reason that he walked into our apartment does not sit right with me at all. Especially since he said they wouldn't give him a
4.
address. Then why would he have gone directly to our door? My boyfriend didn't hear him trying random doors or jiggling on neighbors' windows to see if they were unlocked. So it seems as if he went directly to our door. What if he knows my routine? I know he could have
Not enough space. Great.
with someone, but the whole thing has me so freaked out. How am I not going to overthink this even though his world is a woman? What if he didn't even knock, but my boyfriend just thought he did, and it matched the story?
Okay, so we have a 20 minutes video. It's gonna be easy though. It's gonna be very easy. So I have a 29. Ah, okay, good.
Does anyone have any advice or precautions that I should take? I just want to know if there's any red flags someone else might think of that I haven't.
Guys, this is great. This is great.
And I'll likely not be able to sleep without a weapon near me.
This is freaking great. Okay, good.
About a minute after I just locked the door from running through groceries,
Slack. I got 7 gigs off.
I approached it to see who the hell was there, and I heard the bottom lock unlock itself and the knob twist, but the deadlock kept the door in place. I had my hand on my concealed pistol while my heart was racing really fast. I looked outside, and he just stood there, backed away, and then relocked the door and walked off. The person I saw was the same maintenance man who's been coming to our place the past month to do work. But every time he showed up, it would be uninvited, and he would never stop knocking, as well as stand outside the apartment.
Okay, so if I can do these two, that's gonna be perfect.
He smirked. Yesterday, my mom
Nice. Okay, so these two are gonna free 9 gigs.
This guy has been giving me massive creep vibes from day one. And
9
he's
gigs.
trying to break in uninvited.
Oh, come on, let's get down. Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
And we'll also transfer this one. 5. And then, because we transferred all of these, I'm gonna have like okay, so now we have enough, because what I need to do, I need to make some space.
But check me out. Oh, come on. Get down.
Good.
The epic online action game War Thunder is ready to smash through your boring weekdays. The legendary Japanese battle ticket
40-20.
If someone calls for heavy artillery, it's already
40-20.
in the form of the Yamato, and in the sky, a true Hollywood-style ninja, the American
There you go.
The helicopter is fast, stealthy, and deadly.
This is good, dude.
Tanks from above and vanish like a ghost. Japan's cutting edge.
Perfect. Okay.
Staying out of the fight either. This predator is ready to lock on at any intruder in its airspace. What's happening on the ground? Tons of heavy armor, new gleaming tanks charging into battle.
Not enough space. It's okay. Because we'll make some space.
Chaos. Whether solo or with friends, you'll find yourself in the heart of the action, where firepower alone isn't enough. You'll need
Good. We're good. Sorry about this, guys.
there are no scripts here.
Sorry.
The chaos of war.
Okay. Play game.
For free on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, and crush your enemies.
Okay. 3049.
A little while ago, I was living in an apartment complex in Toms River, New Jersey. I lived in a complex where there were doors facing the street, and when you went through the doors, there was a set of stairs going up to the top apartment, and to the side of the
Because we're gonna be able to free like 15 gigs of space. We're gonna be able to do some editing.
Probably 10 to 12 years older than me. We had a very neighborly relationship. Saying hi when passing, chatting for a bit when we bumped into each other, etc. After I'd been living there for 3 months, I could tell she had a crush on me because it seemed she would go out of her way to be outside her apartment whenever I was, and she would get flirty with me. It got to a point where I knew if I left my apartment, I'd bump into her, and I'd have to do mental preparation for these encounters coming to the point
63.
quickly, but she would want to talk for long periods of time. Anyway, I was dating someone at the time, and I made sure to mention this to my neighbors since I
Good.
but it didn't. My then girlfriend and I had only started dating shortly after I moved into this complex. So 3 months into our relationship, we decided to finally take our relationship to the next level and start being intimate for the first time. So we made plans for her to come over.
So what is it?
To spend the night. Now, I'm really cheesy and I try to do romantic things.
Yeah, they don't have enough space. That's good.
That night, and I was back
It's actually really good.
all of a sudden,
Not enough space. Okay, good.
it's my neighbor. I thought maybe she was
Nice. It works. It works, people. It works. Okay, that's good. Okay.
So I opened the door.
Perfect.
And she just starts making small talk with me. Things like, so I hear you're working up here. You expecting to come later tonight? Is it your girlfriend? Are you guys gonna have sex? Like, if I want you to communicate and asking me things that she didn't need to know. I told her that I was having company over and that we would keep it down, and that she didn't need to know who was coming over. She responded by saying that she felt that she should know who was coming over because it was going to be her. My girlfriend came over, and we yes. Like I said though, I'm a considerate neighbor. I keep things down. But
Good.
things you can't exactly prevent, like the sound of the bed moving as you're doing the deed. Anyway, the next morning my girlfriend had work, so she got ready and I walked her down to her car. I had the day off, so I was going to get some dating women and reflect on the incredible evening that I had previously. When I got back in my apartment, there was my neighbor waiting at my door. She told me that she had heard everything last night, and it had sounded incredible. She did not hold back telling me what she was doing to herself while she was listening to me and my girlfriend. She would go as far as to say things like, at about 11 I heard this noise. I can only imagine she was doing this to you because we were doing this to her. And I was very creeped out. I told her that she needed
Sit from the glorious leader. What that clap of it?
Needless to say, my girlfriend and I never get in my place again unless I knew that my girlfriend. I told my girlfriend all about it and she was furious, understandably. She even confronted my neighbor and told her there was not okay that she did that. She always talked to me so much. Since we never get into my apartment again during the year I lived there, I just had to put up with running into my neighbor and her insisting on having long conversations.
Viva la revolution. I'm a bit tired of this. That's why I'm not as
Everything was new. It seemed like the world was just wide open. Waiting for me to take whatever I wanted from it. It was around 2010. And social media just wasn't a distraction anymore. It was the way to stay in the loop. Especially Snapchat. If you weren't on it, you were missing out. All these snippet-ups, gossip, fights. Snapchat captured everything important that was happening around us. At first, I'll admit I really wasn't all into it. I prefer face-to-face conversations. And, well, everybody's doing it. If you weren't, you might as well have been invisible. Staying current on campus is only possible through these apps. That's how I met Bobby. I don't know why yet, but I was just drawn to her. Maybe it was because she was hanging out together. Or maybe it's the way she laughed the most ridiculous things in class.
puff, 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 puff.
You know how it goes.
Is this you say Engrade? It's so cool.
I started seeing her at every party I went to. She's always one of the big people for some guy.
Not sure as to why you didn't attack me.
She was just stuck inside that friend zone. I just not
Okay, I guess.
I started thinking there might be more to this. One night, I worked up at their after hours. It wasn't a big deal. Something casual, you know? Drinks, maybe a movie afterward. But oh man, she just gave me this weird look, like she was torn between laughing and really sorry for me.
I love this.
She told me she wasn't there. She said she just ran out of something and didn't have it in her to start anything new right now. At the
pretended like I was fine with it. Like it didn't sting her. And didn't let her see this.
Okay, so that's good. So now we got the 2 videos.
Attended all these parties and didn't try as hard to sit next to her in class. It's not that I was really bitter or anything, I just felt pointless after all that. After a few weeks, I barely even saw Bobby at all. But when I did, she was
Nice.
I'm always looking for those that were perks. I couldn't figure out what was going on with her, but she'd been avoiding me too, so I didn't really feel like it was my place to ask. One day though,
Nice. This is good. This is good.
classes told me that I'm acting weird. Asked me why I wasn't coming around anymore. I told her it wasn't like that, I just been busy, and she gave me this half smile. Now she didn't believe me, but didn't care enough to argue. We should hang out soon, she said. Then with this mischievous grin, she added, I got a surprise for you. The whole thing just left me feeling uneasy. It definitely wasn't.
And now we have this.
Curiosity had gone ahead of it.
See? You have enough space. What are we going to be able to do?
She invited me to a party.
Oh, wait a second. That's not good enough.
A mere shot of her in her underwear. Nothing too revealing, but enough to get my heart racing, my mind wondering where things were going. That Friday night, I looked at the door. I knocked on the door. I could already hear music playing.
4-4.
When Bobby opened up the door, she was in full pre-K mode. The room smelled like a mix of stale beer and
Okay, that's good. We didn't need to do an ad.
She greeted me with a drunken smile and a sloppy hug. We sat in the room for a while. We had a couple of beers and we finished on a background.
Slack. It'll be a bit harder because we have to manage. For the first time in a couple of days, we have to manage resources. Which sucks because I could have done that before when I was not streaming. We took a long break tonight, I could have done that. Okay, there you go. Reward granted. That's good. You got 4 and you got 4. Oh my god. I love this.
At one point, she started calling me by some guy's name. Her ex, I kind of figured. I tried to help her, the more she pushed me away. Yelling and laughing.
Holy shit, that is so good. That is so good.
In fact, some of them seemed to enjoy watching her yell.
Good.
I was the odd man out.
Nice. So now, this will take like we have an hour. Well, we have more than that. We have an hour and a half. For 5 hours to... For 5 hours to do it. Now we need something, because this phone does get hot. So I think this will be enough. Putting a monster can beneath. Oh, you. No, it's not big enough. There you go. See, this is the trick, because it won't get too hot, and then it will be okay. In an hour and a half, I don't know if I can do the file. What I do know is we can delete a bunch of shit, which is good.
I tried to stay calm, told her we're heading back to a door, but she was not listening. She kept yelling and hitting me. Her fist connected with my shoulder and my arm. She was out of her head. Where are you taking me? She shrieked.
Slack.
Not only my body, I said we did it, trying to keep the car steady. Take you home. Wyatt.
Poof.
She screamed. You're lying, just like him. I didn't even have time to ask her who she meant, because that's what she did. Out of nowhere, she lunges at the steering wheel, grabbing it with both hands, and yanking it to the side.
We didn't have the space.
But it was no use. The car jerked one way, then the other before flipping over. I remember the sound of gas at it. That sensation of weightlessness.
Slack.
The world just spun around me, and then nothing. When I came to, everything was blurry. I had blood in my eyes, my hands, and I could hear voices in the distance. Muffled, but they were getting closer.
We got so much space.
Slowly, I turned my head and saw Bobby fighting after the wreckage. She was still drunk, still incoherent, but somehow she was on her feet, staggering towards the flashing lights of the emergency vehicles.
Kind of hoping we have enough space for everything.
He was drunk, she slurred, her voice a mix of desperation and almost triumph. He crashed the car, and he hit me. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My mind racing, trying to piece everything together, but all I could focus on was the fact that she was just flat out lying.
Flat out lying.
The police officers reached the scene. Before I know it, I was being pulled from the car, hands gripping my arms as they checked me for injuries.
Now, the good news is, by 3,
I was the criminal. She says you were driving under the influence.
I'll do everything in 1.
He was cold and distant, and you assaulted her. I tried to speak and tell them what really happened, but the words wouldn't come out. My mouth was dry, my head was spinning.
There's been a couple of mistakes.
How is this happening? The For the next 45 minutes, I found myself trapped in my bed. I got to question, accusation after accusation. Nobody believed me, I guess why would they? Bobby was playing the victim perfectly. Still drunk, but convincing enough. It wasn't until they searched the purse and found that bottle of pills that things slightly started to change. Finally, after what felt like eternity for letting go, Charles and John and Bobby, well, it's all okay after that. I blocked her on all social media, cut ties with anybody that knew her. My call was totaled. The insurance paid off. It's a bad memory that I can use it right. But sometimes I still get that feeling like I'm not alone. Like somebody's watching me through my phone. Every now and again, I'll get a Snapchat notification for a name that I don't recognize.
85.
I never open it.
Is it Bobby?
I can still feel the bruise under my right eye sometimes. A dull ache that comes and goes when the weather changes. It's been years since that night, but I'll never forget it. Borderland lost fire, out of control, and keep it off. It started so innocent. If I could get away, I had a day off, which meant I didn't have to deal with the grinding movie theater, so before I snapped something about a party, I jumped at the chance. I heard about it to a few friends on Snapchat, some random college house party, one of those places where you didn't really need an invitation. Just enough past the glass and maybe half a beer. It was really social class. Bryce, Lane, and I, going to the little office, they found out Bryce Lake Civic and headed out.
Cool.
We drove to the main looked at the homes with their tiny lawns, minivans parked in the driveways. And then, as if by magic, we found it. The house was absolutely nothing but people and music. We hear the bass in the car, vibrating the windows and going down.
This really works well.
Shouting over the music. There was a couple of major revival early lecture, counting down the minutes until the weekend arrived. We found a parking spot. Hopefully we're going to get us a ticket, and then made our way.
One.
The door was finally locked. Things were open as we approached. Almost like the house itself was welcoming us into chaos. The place was packed. Bodies moving through the halls. Some clustered in the living room where a group was playing some drinking games. Others swayed to music without music speaker. Others. Someone showed me that plastic talking about it. We did not try to ask what it was. We heard this
We're trying to get all of this. This is very filler though. So I'm liking this, but there's nothing.
Just looking at the music. Have a good time. I took a sip of my cup. Just keep the beer in my tongue as I followed Bryce and Lane deeper inside the car. They were already looking for trouble. But the minutes were coming down to the
Beef Eater. Hyperion Beef Eater. Trap. What a name, dude.
At some point, my cup ran dry, and I decided to make my way back to the keg for a refill. I pushed my way through the crowd, squeezing past people with various addicted topics, trying not to spill what little was left in my cup. And that's when it happened. She bumped into me. She was drunk, but back was laughing at me and staring at me, and she was just my eyes. It all shook around mine, but we were old friends. Like it was almost the most natural thing in the world. Her body pressed against mine as we half danced.
4?
Her laughter ringing in my ears. How do you know her name? At the moment, it didn't really matter. I was caught up in it, and music, the haze of alcohol that busted my system.
Please, dude, I need 4.
I refilled my cup and then hers. We locked eyes, and before I knew what I was doing, we were doing one of those ridiculous beer chucking poses. Our arms intertwined as we tilted our cups back. The crowd around us, with their heavily crowd, started cheering, egging us on as we raced to finish. The beer was
tough,
but I didn't care. All I could focus on was the roar of people around us, the way her body moved with mine as we downed those last drops. And then as we both finished and slammed our cups down in victory, she kissed me. It wasn't a shy peck either. It was a full-on right on the mouth, as if we'd known each other forever.
The game.
It was a party after all. These things happen.
Fuck. The window's too hot, dude. This is bad. Because I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to do it. See? 4%, which is great, but not good enough. 43. 43. 59.
I finished my drink and shrugged it off. Made my way back to Bryce and Lane. They lost their game by 1 cup and were already setting up for another. I told them about the girl, about the kiss, and they both laughed, clapping me on the back like I won some kind of prize. And the rest of the night just blurred together. More drinks, more games, more things. You know. By midnight, I was ready to call it quits. I still had to work the next day after all. The last thing I needed was to be hungover at the theater. Bryce and Lane were in the same boat, so we dined one more beer and then all headed out. I don't really remember too much of the drive back. Just the hum of the car engine and the dull throbbing throwing headache.
I'm really hoping.
At my dorm, I let myself in, collapsing on my bed without even bothering reaching down to my clothes. I was out within minutes. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of my phone buzzing. Groggy, I rolled over and grabbed it, squinting at the bright screen. There was a Snapchat notification. Somebody had added me. Spring Rose 19. I frowned, trying to remember if I'd given anybody my username the night before. Then it hit me. The girl. The one from the party. She must have passed around.
Message from your glorious leader.
That wasn't weird, right? People do that all the time. I dropped it off and opened up my message. Have fun last night? It worked. I smiled, still half asleep, and typed back. Yeah, I did. I hope you did too.
Albion Online is a
For fuck's sakes, bro.
in which you write your race.
I tossed my phone aside and got ready for work. We all like your phone first together. It wasn't until I was brushing my teeth again that I heard that buzz. Another message. I checked it. This time a photo. It was a picture of us in the camp. Walked in with that stupid beard tummy post right before the kiss. It didn't give me much thought. People took pictures all the time at parties. Somebody must have sent it to her. I sent a quick message back. Nice pic. What's your name, by the way? Rose. She replied. Rose. Here's the rest. I finished getting ready and headed out. My phone buzzed.
Boom.
Messages from Rose. As I drove to work, I found myself replying without really thinking. You seem pretty easy to talk to. Classes, my job. I told her that I was a student. I worked at the theater. I'd be there all day. By the time I clocked in, I felt like I knew it. I felt comfortable enough that I pretty much shared
I love the.
myself. It's funny how quickly you feel like you can connect to somebody through a screen. The day dragged on. You feel the happy and
Now it's gonna be important.
things got kind of weird.
Pay attention. We have 2 extra, right?
My own business. But a guy walked up to the counter. He's older, probably in his 30s. Greasy hair, faded jacket, and looked like he had Wall Street boots. He didn't order anything, just stood there, staring. Hey, can I help you? I asked, what's your smile? Your name's my name, right? I smiled, faltered. Yeah, do I know you? He didn't answer, he just kept staring. His eyes flipped up and down like he was sizing me up. I felt a chill run down my spine. Something was off.
5.
Something I couldn't quite put my finger on. You go to my college, right? He asked. I nodded. Yeah. You? He didn't answer again.
Kind of hoping.
Closer, resting his hands on the counter. How's Rose doing? My blood turned to ice. And the hell did this guy know about her? I opened up my mouth to say something, but the words never came. This was all weird. Before I could react, he gave me this slow, unsettling smile and walked away.
Hey, over here.
We'll see if there's a mission or not.
Yes, you.
The next part you found should take care of the giant corn dilemma. Probably want a shitload of butter. Fast and skilled. Okay, this is actually pretty good. We have better. So a few more parts for Chanis, Magnum Opus. Reveal. Tremble in fear of the might of Chanis and her fearsome nothing anyway. 150, dude.
Your next. The letters were sloppy, almost rushed, but the message was unmistakable. A surge of adrenaline shot right through me as I scanned the parking lot.
Now what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the second mission.
It was broad daylight out, but suddenly everything felt darker, more impressive. I fumbled for my phone, hands shaking. I was swiping across the screen as I brought up a message thread of Rose.
What I'm hoping is there's a claptrap beneath. Not in at the dump.
No tonight. The reply came almost instantly. Don't worry about it, just get your car moved. The casualness of the response simply chilled through me. I'm sure I was getting out of the car. My head spun. Something wasn't right. I needed to get out of there, fast. I set my phone in my pocket and then turned back to my car. And that's where I saw him. Across the parking lot, standing between 2 cars, was that same greasy-haired guy from the concession stand.
You ready?
Much closer now, watching me with those same predatory eyes. Is it?
Because if I can get some claptrap there, we're good. That's the city. That is the city. Spa versus spa. Okay, so we have a mission there. Sal, and owner and proprietor of Delicious Hotel Sal, is sick and tired of losing customers to those dirtbags over at the Pippin Spa. Pippin, stealing the Pippin in power source. I'm gonna put a damper in their sauna. Figuratively speaking. Nice. Spa power source. Okay, so this sounds actually pretty easy. Got a little bit of an issue here with how empty it is, but hey.
Hey, I've got a
job for you. Meet me at my shop.
My shop.
Okay, I don't know where your shop is, dude. Look at this. Blake, baby. Look at this, Blake.
Well, if it isn't our little band of corporate raiders.
Sound like a douchebag. If you don't mind me saying so.
Good to finally get some FaceTime with you. We at Hyperion have always valued our relationship with the treasure hunters on Pandora, so I know you'll leap at the chance to help us out, particularly since you killed our last team. In exchange for your assistance, you'll receive a ludicrously generous stipend, as well as access to the finest tech Hyperion has to offer. It seems the claptraps have begun to interface with everything on Pandora. Hyperion is, of course, blameless in the matter.
I love this.
Is it our fault that our hardware is too competitive?
Look at his face, who is so weird.
Still, out of the goodness of our hearts, we have developed a 4-part containment plan that the boys in marketing call Operation Trap. With your help, I'm certain this enterprise will be a fruitful one.
I'm hoping. I'll tell you as they take care of the clap situation. Welcome to the rack race.
Without a successful Phase 1, there can be no Phase 2 or 3, and Phase 4 would be right out. All of Tartarus Station's bridges are up, and the power is down. We need those bridges lowered in order to reach the next phases. Hyperion Corporation, building bridges to a new tomorrow. Damn, I'm good.
Hyperion brand claptrap are going A-wires and are assembling Pandora. Time for a little corporate restructuring. Locate the power plant, Thunder Gorge, and restore power to lower the bridges for your glorious counter-revolution. Now what we're hoping that on the way here, there is some missions. And we need also to find Marcus. I don't know. Oh, Marcus right there.
It's a beautiful day on Pandora.
Fuck it up, Marcus.
Well, apart from the mechanical Armageddon.
What's up, my guy? Capitalism. No. Those lousy rust bucket have stolen Marcus' bus tires. Parents dump and find 6 good-looking tires. It's time to spruce this old girl up.
Those robotic bastards have stolen my bus tires. Thanks on them. Those tires have been flat for years. Go down to the dump and find 6 good-looking tires to spruce the old girl up.
Okay, I got you.
Hands were jammed into the pockets of that dirty jacket. He took a step forward. His movements were slow and deliberate, like he had all the time in the world.
Tourist information board, which is this one, right?
I unlocked the car, bar racing, just as I reached for the handle.
Like shooting a rack in a barrel. Horde of bandits has blocked off the path to Sanders Gorge. How can you possibly take them out? Oh look, huge freaking gun turrets. And sick M's to the bandits. I love this.
There's this guy. Before I could finish, Bryce glanced out towards where the man had been standing. That space between those cars went. He was gone, just like that. What guy? Bryce asked. I scanned the parking lot again. He was just right there. He was following me or something. He knew my name, and then asked about the girl from last night.
What girl?
His expression darkened. Alright, you sure you didn't imagine that? Maybe somebody's just messing with you, dude. I shook my head. I swear, man, he was right there. Look at my windshield. I pointed to the smear of lipstick. The ominous message gleaming under the midday sun. I mean, it was undeniable. Something weird is going on. I just didn't really know what
this.
Bryce's eyes narrowed as he looked at it before he could say anything. I heard
Look.
Footsteps.
9 million.
When I first started
999. Dude, what the fuck? All I'm getting is Eve.
He had time to turn around before something hit me hard, right in the back. Then he was stumbling forward in Bryce. Pain exploded across my shoulders as I hit the ground, scraping my hands on already rough asphalt. Bryce shouted, but it was far too late. Whatever was about to happen was already in motion. That greasy-haired guy was on me, his breath hot and sour as he grabbed me by the collar of my shirt and yanked me back to my feet. My vision blurred as he slammed me back in the car, the impact knocking the wind at me. Before I could react, he punched me in the nose and I lost my vision. I gasped for air, my chest heaving as the guy leaned in close, his face masked in fury. Told you, didn't I? He said. You're next. I tried to push him off, but that he was stronger than me. His hands were like iron vice grips, gripping my shirt. My mind raced, desperate for some kind of escape, but everything was foggy, distant. I could hear Bryce shouting still, but his voice seemed very far away.
It's a boss.
I felt my phone fall out of my hand. I remembered I had my own body. I wasn't helpless. The guy raised his fist, and I braced myself for the hit. I got my hands up and even tried to push him away.
What was that?
But before he could swing, Bryce came barreling from the side, tackling him to the ground with a force.
His fusion grenade.
The two of them went down hard, ripping a tangle of limbs and fists. I stumbled back, clutching my side, trying to catch my breath. For a moment, it did look like Bryce had the upper hand. He was bigger, stronger, and he pinned that guy down, landing a few solid punches to the face. But the greasy-haired man was relentless. His eyes were wild, and built with something dark and completely unhinged.
No. We're looking for...
Grabbing a chunk of his jacket and yanked, flipping Bryce over with this brutal force that sent him crashing inside of my car. Bryce grunted in pain, and before he could recover, the guy was now on him, fist hammering down with this vicious precision. I tried to move and tried to help him, but uncooperative. But my mind screamed at me to do something, anything. And my legs were like lead. It felt like I was trying to get underneath this weighted blanket. Then out of the corner of my eye, I saw a long wrench, half hidden under the car next to mine. I lurched toward it, my fingers closing around that cold metal. The weight of it gave me confidence. Sorry, I gripped it as tightly as I could. This wasn't how I envisioned my work day going, and not what I wanted to do at all.
Slack.
This was the only option. Without thinking, I swung. The iron connected with a sickening crack against the back of that guy's head. He froze, his body going rigid for a split second before he crumbled to the ground. Now motionless.
On those.
I scrambled back, his eyes wide with shock as he stared at the man laying between us. He had a little blood trickling from his lips and nose. I dropped the wrench, my hands trembling like leaves in the wind. The parking lot became silent. The chaos of fighting dissipated into a heavy, oppressive stillness. There were cars still in motion behind us. The movie theater was a busy street, but still, apparently nobody saw. No one stopped to help. It was isolating and unsettling.
Settling.
His voice shaking. Dude, what the hell just happened? Turned out Rose our boyfriend, or at least so this guy thought. I'm not exactly sure of the connection, but Rose and that greaseball from the parking lot had been friends at some point. Whatever the relation was, greaseball fell hard for Rose. He had no interest in dating her. So he stopped her, admired her from afar. When he saw the pictures going around of her and I kissing at the party, he figured out who I was, then reached out to me via Snapchat. The guy just simply lost it, deciding he needed to fight for his woman. Bryce and I ended up being around for the most part, but my other guy sent him down to the hospital. Fortunately for me, there wasn't any charges to press. It was essentially his word against ours. But all the phone evidence had been auto-deleted via Snapchat. The police gave me an order of protection. They told the greaseball to keep his distance from me, Bryce, and Rose. And that was that. I took an extended, serious break from all social media. Scrubbed all my
tired?
Everybody was real.
Okay, that's good. That's okay. It's okay, man. It's okay, man.
The lamest part, I never even saw Rose again. Never even heard from her. Not even once.
It's really warm in the apartment, which is why the phone is overeating. So let's just open the door. This morning we're gonna have the first sunrise in a while. It's gonna be nice.
So I did not add him back, and I deleted it. Just a few days later, I got added on Snapchat content again, and once more, I deleted him. However, probably the
boom.
At the time that I deleted the guy, I realized that he was actually in one of my classes and went to my school. I'd never talked to him before, and he sat in the back middle of one of my classes, while I sat towards the front and one side. So I would never really notice him much, but I did recognize him. He was a new student in the school, and prior to that class, I had never seen him before. So he added me again for a third time. This time, I decided to add him back, just because I knew that he went to my school now and that he was new. I still did not know anything about him other than that. I was surprised that he kept adding me, even after I did not add him back. Well, finally,
150.
I was quickly regret. I think it was the very next day, very on the school day, and he sent me a picture of himself.
They're possibly the strongest of the bunch.
I was trying to send him back, but he then sent me like 5 random pictures. We were both in different classes at the time. That he took about a student, another did a different story in the night. I opened them up and did not reply because it seemed kind of weird. Later on in the day, we had the class.
I do feel bad killing them because everybody hates Claptrap.
Until the very end, he was done, and I waited for the both of them. When I did, I saw that it had been taken on Snapchat and his microphone. I looked.
Good.
I opened them all.
Boom.
One to the next. They were all pictures that he took from where he was sitting. I found it pretty creepy. After opening them all and not responding, I decided to confront him in person. The bell rang at that point, but I caught up to him outside the classroom in the hallway. I asked him why he had taken so many pictures of me in class. He just stood there not saying anything. I told him I thought it was really weird, and I was going to tell him not to do it again, but before I could, he just turned and ran away. It was very strange. Michael was now seeming like sort of a creep to me, and I decided to delete him on Snapchat, so I did. A few days went by, and I talked to him class, but didn't talk to him or anything. Then he added me on Snapchat again for a fourth time. This time, I blocked him. I really wanted nothing to do with the guy. Well, that very same day, I left school when it was over. I drove to and from school and had a car during this time. I remember that I left school, and when I was on my way home, I noticed that Michael was driving behind me. I never noticed this before, and was immediately suspicious. When I made it about halfway home, he was still behind me.
Good.
I didn't think that he lived near me, and I figured that based on his previous behavior, he was possibly following me. When I made it almost all the way home, he was still there. And after making it less than a mile from my house, I did not want to go any further.
That's really good, guys.
Michael slowed down in his car, but did not pull over. He ultimately drove past.
Because we have a possibility of more Claptrap.
I didn't really know what to do about this whole deal. Over the next few days, I noticed Michael inside, and I completely ignored him. Luckily, he didn't try talking to me or anything. He also did not add me again on Snapchat, but tried following me home. And probably a week or two afterwards, I stopped seeing him inside.
Always looking for them, because 150 is a lot. If you're getting 25, that's 4, dude.
The following story occurred in the summer of 2005.
Ooh, this Claptrap. This is so cool.
I became my girlfriend, my wife, lived in Atlanta, which was about a 65-mile drive from my hometown. The highway which takes to Atlanta from Athens is a 2-lane highway called 816. This is important information for the story. It was a Sunday evening. I had spent the weekend in Atlanta and was now driving back to Athens. In the summer, there are very few on the road on Sunday evenings, as many of the students go home for the summer. I was driving a black BMW SUV and was cruising along listening to music. I saw no cars for miles and was approaching a traffic light along 316. The traffic light was red, and I came to a stop alongside an old Mustang. It looked like one of those models from the 1980s. It was black in color, with a ragged top. The windows of the vehicle.
We're kind of hoping for
the car, second thought. I just sat there.
Chest then. Yeah, I'll take a chest.
The Mustang suddenly sped off with a squeal.
Problem is, I don't think I can get more cash. I think 9 million is the max.
The car sped off.
Question is, if you're in true alternative mode, this is nothing, right?
The Mustang was soon out of sight and out of mind.
Okay, good.
I continue driving along, and I'm back in chill mode again, when suddenly, a car with its high beams on appears directly behind me. What the hell? I quickly realized it was the same Mustang from before. They had been waiting alongside the highway for me. I nervously looked down to make sure my phone was still charging, just in case I needed it. It was. The Mustang switches lanes and flies up beside me, keeping pace for a few seconds. The driver then swerves in front of me, then suddenly brakes, bringing the car to a halt. I swerve into the other lane. The Mustang quickly speeds up beside me and starts swerving, trying to knock me off the road.
Absolutely love this.
They charge ahead again and try the same braking maneuver once more. At this point, I am freaking out. Now, I'm a 6'3", 220-pound male who works out all the time. I don't easily get scared. But in this situation, size did not matter. I hit the license plate on the collar and grab my phone. But as I do, the Mustang is suddenly beside me again and begins swerving. I jerk my wheel to the side, and my phone goes flying out of my hands into the passenger side door well. Shit! The Mustang is then behind me, flashing its brights, right on my bumper.
That's 5.
Slowing down, blaring its horn, swerving from side to side. They suddenly take off and are soon out of sight. I take the opportunity to collect myself and drive the remaining 10 minutes to the turnoff road to Athens.
If I can get a couple of parts.
I had the license plate number memorized and have been reciting it over and over again. As I turn off the road to Athens, the lights flicker in the rearview mirror again, and the Mustang.
Okay, we have a little bit of juice left.
Past me, turns down into the road, and is gone. I arrive at the police station and give them the license plate number. It's a fairly small station, and I think there was only one officer working. He tells me that it's probably somebody mistaking me for somebody else. He runs the plate number and tells me the owner of those tags is deceased. Holy shit. Now I'm really freaked out. I finish filing the report and head home.
Good. Eesh.
Later that night, when I was on the phone with my girlfriend, someone outside beats loudly on my garage door several times. Before I could get out to see who it was, I heard a squeal of tires. I never saw a car, but I called the cops immediately, and there has never been any kind of follow-up. I didn't sleep for several nights after that. I went on the road. Shortly after I turned 18 and graduated high school.
Damn.
My mother claimed that it was so we could get a fresh start. But tell me the truth. She was ashamed of all the trouble that my sister Jocelyn had gotten into in our hometown. Weeks later, after we settled into the new house,
Good.
Jocelyn disappeared. My mother received a phone call from my sister's parole officer. Apparently they found her in Atlanta. And to make a long story short, Jocelyn wasn't thrilled about the move. So she ran away to a friend's house. Unfortunately, I didn't fly back to Georgia with my mom, and I had no choice but to stay in Texas. The next morning after my mom left, I went for a jog around the new neighborhood to familiarize myself. It was a nice time to catch my breath and change photos to show my phone. But I felt the cold feeling creep up my spine. It was the unmistakable sensation that you get when you're being watched.
Message.
There was nothing there. But I knew that someone was watching me from somewhere close by. I decided to cut my walk short.
I love this game so much.
I locked the doors and immediately ran upstairs to take a quick shower. While I was washing up, I had a faint thud. I quickly turned off the shower.
And the most incredible thing is, you find a tire.
I would withdraw my face and went downstairs to check things out. But there was nothing. The front and patio doors were locked, so I was locked in a little confused. I tried my best to keep my composure. I was finally able to breathe when my mom called to check up on me. I didn't want my mom to be worried about me. She was already stressing out enough because of the situation with my sister. So I told her that I was fine.
Good.
But I was going to let her take out and chill for the rest of the day. Later that night, around 10 p.m., I finished up my dinner while binge watching How to Get Away with Murder on Netflix, and eventually fell asleep on the couch.
Poof.
I suddenly woke up a couple of hours later. It was around 1 a.m. and the room was...
Can you turn in?
The thermostat showed 42 degrees. That's when that dreadful feeling came back.
There are two spots for Claptrap, right?
Danger was close by. My stomach felt like I was doing somersaults.
Plus they're selling. The question is, can I... If I wait a little bit, can I use those two?
I couldn't find it. Annoyed, I decided to use a website called Text Now on my laptop.
Okay.
Got my misplaced phone. Trembling, I typed in the number. Almost immediately, the ringtone abruptly stopped, and that's when I heard heavy breathing coming from the other end.
A Hondo.
I barely had enough time to respond. Another knocking on the glass of the patio doors. I grabbed an unscrewed bedpost from the closet before checking things out. And when I looked out through the doors, my heart stopped. Holding my phone was a dark figure in a goat mask. Before I could make out any other details, the masked man stood my patio door open. At the speed of light, I burst through the front door and into my neighbor's house across the street. There, I banged on the door until an older woman came to greet me. She immediately called the police after I explained everything to her. The cops arrived 10 minutes later, and after a thorough search of my house, they found no trace of the intruder. After that ordeal, there was no way I was staying in that house alone, so I asked the officers if I could accompany them to the station, to which they obliged. While I was at the station, one of the officers informed me that they had located my phone outside the house. However, since there were no fingerprints on it, added to the fact that I couldn't give a detailed description of the assailant, it was a dead end. There was one last unpleasant surprise when I unlocked my phone to call my mom. Upon seeing what was in my photo gallery, my blood ran cold. The officer saw that I was uneasy and asked me what was wrong. I handed him the phone. There was about 18 videos of me sleeping on the couch, each nearly 3 minutes long. The masked man that I saw had been inside my house and was watching me while I was sleeping. I felt so violated that I became nauseous and called my mom and told her everything.
Question.
She and my sister came straight from the airport to come get me. We didn't live in the house much longer after that. For the longest time, I couldn't stop thinking about what could have happened.
Let's get this.
With that man standing over me. Perhaps I wouldn't be here to tell you this story. It took a while, but I finally...
Buy. You can buy something.
But I would be lying if I told you that this experience doesn't haunt me to this day.
It's level 40.
This story took place during my early childhood, so I'll share events that I can recall. It's mostly bits and pieces. There are some things I can remember in great detail, and some that I can only vaguely recall. So I'll do my best to try to piece things together without getting off track. I have
60?
I'm the middle child. They also remember the majority of this as well. This happened back in mid-2003, and I was 5 years old back then.
28.
We were about 4 and 7. So my parents hired a babysitter. Her name is Julie. She had been friends with my mom in high school. She actually lived with us for a while. All I really remember about her was that she was very tall, skinny.
It's much better.
Dark blonde hair that was always tied up. We lived in an apartment complex at the time. There was a place called...
It's legendary, but still.
So Julie babysat us while my parents...
Okay, good. So now I'm going to be waiting just a couple seconds.
It's brought few jokes at my dad's job about him.
Time for me to upload a video, and then we'll come back, hoping that we're going to get enemies again. Whew.
Mostly targeting my sisters. My older sister once told me that she thinks that Julie possibly tried to kill her. In response, she grabbed a bottle with green liquid inside it and tried to force her to drink it. She didn't know what the substance was, and she couldn't get into great detail about the incident itself. I guess her memory isn't as good as mine. Julie would get physically violent with us over the stupidest reasons, such as accidentally knocking something over or spilling a drink. We're just kids. Of course, Julie did this to my parents.
Appreciate you guys.
Right before our family cat attacked her. Julie came to the door with my legs in his hand, but still in the doorway.
Okay, that's good. And now the apartment is cold. The phone will not overeat as easily.
Julie's leg and latched on to her back claws. She was biting and swatting her with her tail puffed out, hissing and everything. Basically, she snapped. My parents were a bit surprised, as our cat wouldn't even hurt a fly. It was around this time that they started to suspect that Julie was...
Okay, so now we have a really good piece.
This is where my memory gets a little hazy. As if my mind...
Really, really good piece.
There was one occurrence that I still remember.
Aha!
18 years after
Oh, I can delete you.
My older sister had her own king-size bed. Me and my little sister shared a bunk bed on the other side of the room.
Okay, so that's 7 gig we can do. 7 gig we can delete. That's good. Because, you see, yesterday we went to sleep way too early. Right? And because of that, we didn't upload. And because we didn't upload, well, I had a problem this morning. Because I didn't have the space. Plus, we had a couple mistakes with different playthroughs. So now I'm in a position where I'm like, fucked. It's not a big deal, but it's not great. Okay, good. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that there's one of them that I can upload. And the question is, which one? And we found it. Okay, so day... $59 minutes. There you go. Day 19 extra. Sunrise. Copy. And switching account. My apologies. And the important part, the very important part, is to clean TikTok. Because TikTok takes a... Okay, not bad, not bad. But now we're trying to gain time. We're trying to gain time for... Slack.
As I said earlier, she named me after my two sisters. I can't remember the exact details, but she smacked me across the face. I don't remember why, probably because she was yelling at us about something stupid, which was usual. She told my parents, and then my dad asked her, well, what did you do to set him off? She then got pissy with him and said, he just has a disrespectful little... Eventually, not long after that, Julie went away for good, moved on elsewhere. When she was finally gone, that's when me and my sister came clean to my parents about everything. Julie struck us several times, and noted us constantly. My parents can't really remember most of these events, as their memories
good.
Not good either. But I'm pretty sure they felt absolutely terrible for us, having to go through all this.
Perfect, we're done. Back at it again. Just like they always said.
They never contacted the police, as there wasn't really proof of the police.
I just don't know. Because there's a reason why they're telling me to go there.
I wish they would.
Like, for example, for the zombie brain, they didn't tell me to go anywhere. However, for the zombie brain, we didn't have a quest for that. So, it is possibly... Oof. Not the best. There you go. That nail is finally done.
So yeah, that's my abusive babysitter story. Julie, burn in hell.
Julie.
This happened during my junior year of college. For context,
Now, I'll be completely honest, I don't remember where it was. However, I do believe we're on the right track.
there were two memories to take to the town that my university was in. So the interface system throughout central Illinois and St. Louis or branch out on back roads after Springfield, Illinois until 50 minutes with that.
What is that? Arden. Whoa, dude. Whoa. You're badass. One, two, eesh. 24. This guy's a badass, I think. Okay, good. 44.
Seriously? I let it out loud. Traffic was really on super heavy. The first after lunch
That's good. That's good. We're doing good, guys.
At school, encountering sex traffickers in my town, and along the interstate that runs through it. One of the town's papers had ran a series of stories regarding multiple sex and human trafficking victims used around this interstate for capturing victims, because it basically went to the length of the entire country. I shook the disturbing thought out of my head.
It has to be close by, but I just don't know where.
Barely letting himself maybe get more than a few cars behind. I finally took a visit to my university and looked down. The car was still behind me.
Boom.
I wondered silently. There was nobody how I was pulling over on the side of the interstate in the middle of a dark, rainy night. It's exactly how urban legends or teenage slasher movies start out. At this point, I had no idea what to do. Looking back, I really should have gone straight to the local police station. But I was too drunk to street. I tried to think back on the last hour.
I love this. We found it, and I got a great ID.
So I stupidly began driving to my apartment. The car continued to follow. So flashing my lights so often.
And the good news is they're here. So by killing them, we're gonna get enough time for the other one to respawn.
What should I do?
It's kind of cool. You can just stay there. Even if there's nobody, you can just shoot us, and there's gonna be people. Check. It's so realistic. What is that trophy?
As I gunned down the exit ramp, I glanced up at the overpass.
Collect 5 3D glasses.
I was honking at one.
Collect 5 3D glasses, which is possibly some of the items that we're getting.
It just happened. I never got a good enough look at the car to get a license plate number or even really good description.
What I'm hoping is they're gonna get the big ass boss, like a Frankenstein.
My best guess is that whoever this person was, they saw me when traffic was stopped on the interstate.
Nice.
The emergency vehicles to clear the scene.
Ooh, that feels good. That feels really good.
And one that says dog mom. But it was likely that I was a college-age female. All this person had to do was look next to me to see that I was a female driving alone on the interstate in the middle of the night and had just the wrong.
Boom.
When I was in high school, I lived in a very small town in Texas. It was the kind of place where everyone was either related to each other or hated each other. I had no family there, so yeah. I did have a pretty blonde girlfriend and was pretty hated for that too. Nothing major, just some petty harassment and occasional fighting. But at the time, things had been escalating. So that's why on Valentine's Day, my girlfriend and I decided to skip the school dance and just stay in and watch a movie at her house while her parents went out. It was just better to avoid any kind of trouble. We borrowed her dad's car, a little Honda hatchback, and went into town. We stopped at a video store, and afterwards we went to Dairy Queen and headed back to her house.
Problem solved. Fiverr's got talented freelancers for anything we need.
Fivers. Good.
Now, she lived in the boonies. It was out in the middle of the forest, along a lonely road, with no streetlights. We were chatting and eating our blizzards, when all of a sudden a car comes up behind us. No big deal. It became a big deal when the headlights flooded the interior of our car, and I saw a pair of hands on the back seat, and the top of someone's head peering out from the hatchback. The lights had illuminated somebody hiding in the back of our car. As soon as the
well torn.
hands retreated back down, a solid chill ran through the entire length of my body. I slowly reached down and pulled out my pocket knife. It was the only thing I had. My girlfriend saw me and asked, what was wrong? I then responded, nothing. I just had to stop at my friend's house real quick. She knew that was bullshit. I didn't have
bullshit.
I pulled over at the next house that came up and jumped out of the car, yelling at her to do the same. She jumped out in total confusion. I put the driver's seat forward and lunged into the back seat in full maniac mode. The intruder popped up with a jack-in-the-box, with empty hands waiting. Hey, relax. What are y'all up to tonight? It was some weird kid from our high school that we had never spoken to before, ever. What in the holy are you doing in our car? I thought you guys were going to the dance. I was just hitching a ride. We sat there staring at him with our mouths open, wondering what to do. He took it out real cool, and obviously we were in the middle of nowhere in some random person's driveway. We ended up driving him to the dance and dropping him off. The whole time he was telling us to come inside with him.
I don't want these guys.
We got back to my girlfriend's house. She began crying and shaking. She was completely down. I told her
beautiful weapon.
about 5 or 6 years ago. My mother,
That was good.
found a new horse she wanted to purchase in Lawrenceburg. We'll refer to the seller of this horse as James.
James.
Lawrenceburg is one of several places throughout Kentucky where people have claimed to have seen Kentucky's version of Bigfoot, the hillbilly. It has been sighted all over the state of Kentucky.
Compound 60 out of 150.
Along with my mother, hoping that we could see it ourselves. When we arrived in town, James's house is located on the outskirts.
I was secretly hoping to get more, but it's okay.
About here and there on the sides of the road, but there was one in particular I will never forget. We were about 5 minutes away from James's house and going slow because we had a trailer hooked to the back of our forerunner. I was staring out the window, hoping to see the hillbilly when I saw a house. This house had well over 20 mannequins throughout their yard, all shapes and sizes. Most were lined up or propped against what looked like a shed, but there were 2 of them that really freaked me out. One was an adult female tied to a tree right next to the road, so close I could probably touch it if I rolled down the window and stuck my hand out. And the second was the size of a baby. It was nailed to a tree only a couple yards away. Both of them looked really old and worn out, molded, rotting, etc. My mom stopped the vehicle, and we were all just sitting there staring at this place. The house was old and run down, but obviously,
nice.
still lived there. The shed
Should have the water, the alarm.
minus what looked like satanic graffiti written all over it. The 3 of us were totally freaked out. We drove away, heading toward James's house. Once we got there, we asked him about the freaky mannequin place down the road. James claimed that he never saw anything like that. He also said that he was just in town that morning and took that exact road. So he would have seen. Once we left,
My post has muted radio, which is all good.
have a look at the mannequin house again. Part of me thinks this could have been some freaky prank, but another part of me wonders, what if some of them were
Freddie Willis.
mannequins? I was a food idiot when I was younger. I got hooked on Oxycontin, got in trouble with the cops, then ended up faced with 2 choices. Either go to jail, or go home and stay on a rehab program called The Farm. The Farm was unsurprisingly a farm, and I'm guessing it's our head traffic at Lexington prison. He surrounded himself with a deal whereby he could get himself all the dirt cheap labor he needed, so long as they were all fully used.
True.
I guess that sounds real exploitive.
We're really hoping, but I'm not sure. I just don't. Yes. Fuck yes.
I made friends at the farm that I still talk to. Granted, it's on Facebook because we live at opposite ends of the country now, but I still stands. It gave me discipline and something which was made me consider my favorite expecting to remember that.
The farm is from Dr. Phil, by the way. It's not the farm, it's the Reach. Ouch. That's Vinny.
Obviously, the films are very restricted about by gender, so anyone that he was like but then she wasn't. Anything to get there done. I've already heard about the horror stories in my place in the road, and one of the classes, she does now between the mentors and the students. I really didn't want that to happen, so my whole game plan focused on classification.
It was a grenade. I was hoping for gear. At this point, I don't think. Well, let's. At this point, I don't think anyone can give me something great. However, one of them did give a legendary shotgun.
My mentee was fitting me well, and although her attitude needed major work sometimes, and then one day my house arrived, 2 of them, and I started them talking to her generally eager to leave. I walked over, maybe a 10 minutes listening in on what they were saying, but I didn't see this guy again. She called me over the phone. I found out the cops had driven all the way out from the city because they were looking for someone. And that someone just so happened to be my man Peter, Sean. They didn't just want to talk to the live. They were warned that they were out of town. They knew they were to arrest her. Obviously, this kind of presented us with very precarious situations because we didn't know how Sean was going to do it and all that. She potentially was going to have to jail for what she'd done, so if she saw the cops coming, she was trying around. I mean, it would be the first time. It's a long time. She wouldn't be 100% sure about what she did. If I could go and talk to her first and bring the bad news, then maybe we'll see better coming from me instead of calling. I remember how the monkeys was the second topic gave me major anxiety. And I don't know, maybe another life might have made a run for it too. And I got thought for suddenly truly being taken away. It was a nightmare.
93?
It was about to be Sean's reality in the next couple of minutes. But my son was there. Imagine being one of the world base 44.
Whew.
Made for anyone with an idea. Describe what you want and watch it take shape.
This is perfect.
Customize and expand.
Okay, good. Thank you.
She was right where I expected her to be when I walked in. I sat down in the bed opposite her and told her how we could talk. I think she genuinely that other warrant was out to her because when I got to her, she was devastated. To say it was emotional would be understatement for the century, and she actually did bring up the idea of just running off before the cops could see where she went. But then somehow, I managed to talk her into just going to the cops to see what the warrant was about because it was better to face the music than run from it and make things worse. And the thing that really seemed to convince her was when I asked her if she was 100% truly certain that she didn't know what the warrant was about. Then when she gave me yet another convincing no, I told her that it couldn't have been that serious. She remembered robbing a liquor store or shooting someone, but if she seriously didn't remember and was blackout drunk when it happened, then it couldn't have been any worse than a missed court date or a traffic violation. Trying to calm down a little, damn, you're right. And after promising that the group leaders would put in a good word for her so that she might be able to come back, she agreed to follow me over to where the cops were waiting.
Group leader.
We were walking side by side after we left the blocks. We went from the corner of the Green Hut when the cops came to view. Shauna slipped to my side and started to drop back just a little. It was obviously just a little hesitancy on her part, but I figured we were over that and kept encouraging her. But when I looked back in her direction after she totally slipped from me, I didn't notice that she was reaching for something. But she must have been because I looked back towards the cops and the next thing I know, there's a knife at my throat. I just froze for a few seconds. And feeling the knife in my throat again, I kept realizing the shot that was holding it was another thing entirely. I was completely blindsided. And all I could do was just stand there. The shot held my head with one hand and the knife with the other, as cops drew their weapons and started to assault. Sean started to walk backwards, which I did, but I think the movement kind of kicked my brain into life because the words, "What are you doing?" just started coming out of my mouth. I said stuff like, "Sean, what are you doing? Sean, think of what you're doing." She responds, "I know I'm doing. I'm not going to jail. I'm getting out of here." All the while, the cops are screaming to put the knife down, but all Sean seemed focused on was walking backwards and cutting his throat on accident. I remember telling her, "Shoot, Sean. They're going to kill you if you don't stop." And she just yelled at me to shut up and keep walking, which again is what I did. Kids had come running to see what was going on because they could hear all the yelling. So as we're walking backwards, almost hip to hip, there was this big gathering of kids all watching from near the community hub. And it was chaos. But I never actually knew Shauna would ever do me any harm.
We know this. This is the way.
She would attempt to avoid going to jail, and as soon as she got to the trees over near the livestock fields, she was going to make a run for it. But that's not what happened. There was about a minute where I was trying to convince her to let me go, but Shauna was too busy trying to get the cops to keep their distance. She was yelling at them to stay back and all this other stuff, and totally ignoring anything that I had to say to her. But then there was this moment when she stopped, and it was when she came back to me for a second. At first, she told me to shut up again, but I kept telling her how what she was doing wouldn't work. If the cops didn't catch her on foot, she'd end up running from them on her own in a place where she was unfamiliar with. If she stuck to the roads, she'd be in cops within hours. If she stuck to the woods, she'd be over just affairs and figures and out of nature. And I told her again, so I won't shut up. And every time she told me, she disagreed, because the man was trying to save you, she's swimming. I could write all night, I guess, and still not get close to verify those words made me feel. And like I said, I was 99.999% convinced that Shauna did zero harm, and it just happened when she realized she was going to jail. But maybe she didn't remember what the warrant was about, even though there was a verse when she first stopped. Who knows? Not like she's around to ask her out. And the last thing
Tire.
she was going to jump a blade and knife across my throat was, "I'm sorry." But she didn't just say it. She yelled it. And I guess that was all the cops needed to hear. She yelled at apology, and I felt the blood in my face. But it wasn't enough. It was Shauna. After one of the cops heard her cry, took me and was shooting. I had a phone call with a knife nicking as she fell, but now I was completely unharmed.
Sean, on the other hand, was probably dead before she even hit the dirt. The doctor's bullet went through her brainstem, and there was a hole in her face between her nose and her eye. I just started screaming. Like I didn't know if I had been shot, about to cut to my throat.
There's no space between the nose and the eyes. Dummy.
Hysteria. I got down on my knees and started trying to wake Shauna up, like shaking her. I thought that there'd be a chance that she'd survive the shock. I mean, people survive crazy head wounds sometimes. But I think I just knew. Maybe from the look in her eyes that there was no more life inside her anymore. That day was the worst of my entire life. It's not something I'll ever get over. I just learned to live with it. I know Shauna had a guy so that I might live, and I heard assurance in her voice, and I know in my heart that she might have been about to kill me. But that doesn't mean that every single day I don't think about her. I wish that she could make a different choice. To start off the story, this happened while I was in college. My sophomore year, I lived in the dorms, and I was assigned to a random roommate. He seemed a little bit introverted, but fairly normal.
Just waiting for them to respawn, dude.
I would try to start conversations about things that showed interest in, but he only gave me one word answers that were obviously not in the conversation. I figured he probably just didn't like me, so I decided to stay and leave him alone. After a few days, that's when it started. I would notice that he was always staring in my direction. I chalked it up to coincidence, but it continued to happen. Classes started up, and I spent less and less time in the room, but whenever I was in there, he would be constantly looking in my direction. Whenever I would turn to face him, he would turn his head away from me, but it would bring me on since it was pretty much constant. I started noticing that he would lay on his bed for weeks, but he would always hold the book of paper at an angle that's always going to the direct line of sight of me. About a week or so into the semester, my girlfriend at the time and I went on a morning hike and crouched on my bed at around 2 p.m.
Okay.
He was standing there staring at us about 2 hours later. He didn't say anything, just turned and left the room. It was at that point that I decided I needed to leave before he did something to me in my sleep. I got out of there pretty quickly. Fortunately, I didn't see him again for quite a while, but we ended up having classes every senior year. I had been telling my friends that story ever since it happened, and they didn't believe me. One of my friends had really poor vision, so we sat in the front row. Of course, every time I looked behind me, my old roommate was always staring at me.
Sadly.
I challenged my friends to look back a single time during the semester and catch him not looking. Within 5 classes, they gave up, and they agreed that he was staring at me non-stop, and that he was indeed super creepy. My parents think he was in love with me, but I just think he was crazy. I guess I'll never really know what his deal was.
That's it. Most of these are not scary, by the way. That's kind of why we stopped listening to it. It feels good, dude. Okay. Not sure what that means.
So it happened at the end of summer of 2016. To give a bit of backstory, my boyfriend and I were both around 20 years old. So my boyfriend Max and I used to share an apartment with another married couple. Mind you, they were pretty awesome people. Unfortunately for us, Florida wasn't what they wanted, so they decided to move to Pennsylvania. Max and I started looking for people to replace them with because of rent, and it was pretty pricey, and we didn't want to have to pay for the whole thing all on our own. It was in a very nice area, but not close enough to the city, so most people that told us they would drop by to check the place out would play down last minute. Eventually,
Sure, sunrise.
she was a very nice and laid-back girl. She then explained to us how she was looking for a place for her boyfriend, Dan. Now, I tend to see people's auras when I meet them, and I always get a certain feeling when I don't like them immediately. I'm not a judgmental person in the slightest. It's just something I feel and can't help. I did not like this person straight off the bat, but I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt because everyone else seemed to be okay with him, so I thought I might be wrong, and I was hoping I was. As the time went by, said Dan started being super loud. He would invite people over on weeknights to 4 a.m. He would play music loud enough for the sound like it was being played from our room, and multiple other annoying things, and also being beyond disrespectful, especially me. Max wouldn't do anything about it, and I'm kind of glad because I know Dan would have
cut.
Dan was 22 at the time, but he had the mentality of a 12-year-old. Side note, we later found out that Dan had some previous mugshots for shoplifting and other stuff. He also threatened to beat me up several times.
Okay, I need to download a application.
I just wanted to give you a bit of insight on Dan so you understand what is coming up.
CapCut.
Buckle up. It was a Wednesday night, and I got home at around...
Ah, you already downloaded.
Almost to the third floor, which is where we live. I saw him coming out of the apartment, but I don't say anything because we don't like him, so I just mostly ignored him.
That is amazing.
I looked inside from the doorway, and I saw nothing wrong, so I asked what he was talking about. And still, in an angry voice, he claimed that he had been robbed and that he had also just gotten home.
CapCut.
But I saw all the furniture...
New project.
So I didn't really know what he was going on about. I then went inside, and I noticed that my Wii U was gone, but the rest of my consoles were there. So at this point, I was already getting pretty suspicious of him. I tried to keep calm as much as I could, and I called Max to see how far from home he was. We usually both got home.
I could upload a bunch of videos too.
Again, that he had called the cops and that they were on their way, and in these exact words, he then said, "Do whatever you need to do because the police are on their way." When he told me that, I immediately knew he had been home for a while, because he must have had time to hide all of his weapons and drugs, and God knows what else he had. Within about 5 minutes, the cops were pulling in, and so was Max.
Okay, so this is already done, which is great.
And the other officer
And then what we'll do is we'll have another videos to edit.
in our room, but Dan is only missing his PS4. I did ask him at last if it was possible to search Dan's car, and I also said if he needed to search mine or Max's car, we'd be okay with it. He said it wasn't necessary, but agreed to search Dan's car. Once they all came back downstairs, the officers asked Dan if they could search his car, and that they also needed his ID. He said he was okay with them searching his car, but that he had to get his ID and keys from the apartment. Max and I followed him upstairs.
Okay, to 9.
He left the apartment. We don't want to be nosy and stay downstairs while they search his car.
So this is a 200 minutes video.
A few minutes go by, and he's still not downstairs with the cops. So we started looking around the neighborhood, but he had already vanished. How convenient. But since he had agreed that they could search his car and in no moment said that they couldn't, they went ahead and started looking if the car was unlocked. And it was. We found all of our stuff in his car. In the car was our 3DS, our PS4 controller, Max's laptop, some Wii U games, and a lot more. The very next morning, we put all this stuff down by the dumpster, and then had a launch and change our lines.
85.
We ended up never going through with it. A few weeks later, we saw his car parked outside a few yards from our building, but we pretended like we didn't see him, and we just walked into my room with 911 ready to be done. Eventually, he just left.
86.
No more problems. But still, Dan,
Yeah, we got it.
I really hope we don't encounter you ever again.
Another videos to film. There you go.
3 years ago, I was going to a school in US City.
Easy peasy.
I was living with 2 other roommates. One of my roommates was pretty well known to usually bring city characters back to the apartment. At one point during our fall semester, she befriended a guy in her advertising class who went by the name of Dallas. He became her weed dealer, and she would frequently bring him over to the apartment. I suspected they were still together, but she always denied it. It was a strange relationship, but who am I to judge? My other roommate and I thought he was charismatic enough, but we also didn't see the appeal that Christy saw. I remember one night when we had Dallas over for dinner. He told us how he played for our college football team and that he started his own business at the age of 25. He was very different.
Boom.
And it was Dallas because he used to live in Dallas, Texas. And apparently that's what his parents named him after. Me and my other roommate had a
Boom.
we didn't have much of it except for the food, but we didn't want stuff and wanted to blow it up.
I love this. Imagine if the bad mother is actually Candace. She's a bad mom.
Oh, and also, his real name wasn't Dallas. Not even his number there. Fast forward 2 years. Even me and my roommate talked to Christine again. We're living elsewhere in said city doing our own thing. We're getting a list on our phones for the girl who has just rented their home and been missing after leaving one of the campus bars the previous night. It doesn't take very long, maybe a few days, and she's really young. But my family was really clear about that she left the bar with them. So I'm going to call for my roommate and I will always be good. Yeah, I believe it was something like Marvel or something.
1, 2, 3.
Sure enough, I go online and there's a pretty small shot down next to the photo of the girl we had just left. Well, they get crazy. Apparently, we're taking a hunt down. Obviously, we have a one-night stand sort of thing. So I guess at one point things turned bad and he did one force and strangulation. And further in that course, he went up the evidence into the home and threw a bomb onto the ground with a 40 grip to his grandma's house out of the way. And then he buried the sword and the hormones in it on the front of the house. After it came to the girl, they were completely involved up. They didn't take the cops very long to find them.
1.
The guy who played college football and ran a successful business. He was just as benefits ever true. Also, he was like 21 years old, functionally still a student in our college when Paul happened, when in reality, he was probably just there flying younger women. It's a really horrible story what happened to that young girl.
Well, that's supposed to be scary, by the way. Another dads. As per story.
It wasn't uncommon for a worker to stay living there on a project. I passed my face to the doctor to see what it was, if I recognized it. Once I was shooting to the ground, I could recognize it definitely wasn't an opportunity.
He's got this. So much bullets. So much. Boom, 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 boom. And for sure, this is gonna be the one. Because we have 10 left, and we still have a second spot.
I eventually got promoted and earned better pay and shift hours.
Look at this shit.
It was on the night shift. The night shift was from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. And the only workers in the building would be me and another person listening to the front desk checking in. The hotel wasn't a 5-star hotel by any means, but it was fairly nice. But most people who encountered and checked in the middle of the night weren't problematic. One night, I queued around, and grumpy looking middle-aged man came in asking for a hotel room. The doctor sat up with his and asked for the payment before giving him his room keys. He informed us that he wasn't able to pay for it, but would pay before the after the morning. He clearly didn't have to do that. He informed him that he could either pay for it now, or he would be allowed to stay. The man typed white name and proceeded to cuss us out. The other guy I was working with that night, who was much more confrontational than I am, stepped out from behind the front desk, telling me young to leave before he'd make me. I was about ready to call the cops, when all of a sudden, the man took off into the hotel running down the hallway. Both of us workers jogged out into the hallway to see him enter a stairway and appeared to head downstairs towards the hotel's basement. The hotel's basement was already deep enough as it was, being much older than the rest of the hotel, and having a bunch of storage stacked high.
Kind of hoping. We've never been there.
Who knows what the man would have done if they wanted to us to find him down there instead of a group of police officers. We didn't get any more shady characters like that during the time I was on the night shift, but I still felt a bit relieved when I got promoted and was able to work regular hours during the daytime.
I was born and raised in North Dakota. Back when I was in high school, a group of us would research murders that occurred out in the county. We would then go out and find scenes and film the exploration. It was something to do while we got wasted on shooting teenage bullshit. Eventually we ran out of places to go. Got really good at finding abandoned rural farm roads and just looking for signs.
So this is the one.
Rut roads, deliberate tree groves, old mailbox posts were common markers.
So I believe, I'm pretty sure. The parkour also is good at the game. It's not meant for... You're not meant for parkour. Okay, that's good. Boom, boom, boom.
Furniture was dusty, but in good condition. Closets were full. Everything was totally normal. Which was around the house. We all started to realize this house had not been moved out of. It was straight up abandoned. Imagine locking the door to your house and just never coming back. That's the state of the house. Complete unplanned departure. We went upstairs.
Okay, so now we're good. You last one. My friend.
I can't describe what it looked like too well because almost right away from the hall, we were the most terrifying scene that I've ever had the misfortune of hearing. We're running down the hallway. We're all young questions at each other around the same time. 50 long seconds. The two screamers caught their breath and said, you have to go in and shoot. Looking down the hall and through the doorway. I'm afraid that I wouldn't act in front of my friends. I shouldn't have been concerned. Just others were as scared as I was. The room itself opened up to the left of the doorway and centered on the right side of the room was a queenish-sized bed. Propped up on the pillows with a blanket drawn to the waist. Arms on top of the blanket, and worst of all, the head was turned slightly, so it was looking straight in the eyes when it entered the room. It was a life-size porcelain doll. Snow white skin, jet black hair, cold, dead eyes. The dead eyes lit up like flashlights, and she was waiting for us. If the head hadn't been turned, I could excuse it, but it was turned. great for 20 years. Hasty, he exits with them down those stairs and back into a car.
How that's scary.
We started to get even more freaked out because we realized that even though the house had been abandoned, someone had taken the time to set up that goddamn doll. Not packing food, clothes, or family photos. Sitting with the doll was one of the last things done in this house. We researched their names, but got nothing. No tragic car accident, no grisly massacre, no extended
Smelling fire.
just a tacky time capsule in the middle of nowhere. We found out that the county had been taking possession of the land for non-payment of taxes, explaining the loss. We never tracked down any more information on what happened to them, or why they left that doll.
I used to eagerly attend Halloween every year when I was growing up. Since I wasn't able to attend October,
Guys, I'm gonna have to go soon. I'm gonna do another 50 minutes. Maybe 20. Then I'm gonna have to go because it's the sunrise. I got 2 videos to do.
Since The Legend of Zelda is one of my favorite video game franchises. I saw the other dealer there and figured they would have go hard.
Good.
So I paid for my things and left. I decided to leave at 5, and when I walked outside, I saw a few other people starting early. I quickly called a couple of friends. One of them apparently dressed as Laughing Jack, and the other was Clockwork from Creepypasta stories. We were talking via FaceTime. At one point, one of my friends asked, "Who did you convince to dress as a demon?" When I asked what he meant, he replied, "Don't play dumb. There's someone standing next to you dressed like a demon." I looked over to my left, but I didn't see him. I almost looked to my right, but before I turned backward, I felt a chill on the back of my neck. I knew if I turned my head...
Thanks to these new parts, finally, dude. Holy. 46. 46. Thanks to these new parts, and this video is complete. It's on Android version of Tannis. Thou shalt never be lonely again, and she rewards you with something for your effort. The collector. So the real thing is complete a crazy request from Tannis.
What I saw wasn't scary at first. It looked like perhaps an 8-year-old kid.
Good.
And we just stared at each other. He looked at an old house, but I just...
This is good. This is finished. Okay, so now... Oh, sorry, Tannis. Oh. You don't know me. Wait, is that him? No! No! That's him! That's Claptrap! That is Claptrap! Okay.
I probably broke Usain Bolt's record, judging by how fast I ran back home.
Like shooting rack in a barrel. Okay.
And I also knew after that, I was done.
This is a mission.
Nowadays, it's only October.
Okay, Center Gorge.
Halloween has never been the same for me.
So we know that's down there.
Back in 1983. It's been about 40 years now, but I still get chills when I think back to the last time I ever went trick-or-treating on Halloween night as a kid.
There's no more mission, Tannis. Bullets to max. My apologies. Okay. Oh, that feels good. Okay. There should not be any mission that we missed out on. Carter Station, maybe.
I was going as Jason from Friday the 13th. Mike was a fictional vampire. Daddy was dressed up like Billy Gold. My friends came over around 6, just as it was getting dark.
I'm fucking hungry.
To start making our way through the neighborhood. Things started normally enough. We hit up all the familiar houses, getting the usual candy offerings. Mini Snickers, packets of Smarties, Tootsie Rolls, and whatnot. After about an hour of walking up and down the streets, our bags were getting pretty heavy and candy food. We went to a few more houses on the block, and hit
I love that they're pretending like this is a spa.
Victorian-style house in the corner, so it was always there for me, really nice for Halloween. It had fake tombstones and colors.
I do feel bad stealing this.
No one answered the door, even after repeated rings for the doorbell and knocks. Disappointed, we turned to leave, but that's when Mike stopped us. He said he heard at school a rumor about an old man who lived here. Apparently, decades ago, the man's young son had gone missing on Halloween night, never to be seen again. According to legend, the grieving
Look at this.
to celebrate the holiday never
This is paw. This is the paw.
Trying to mess with Eddie with a creepy story. But there was something so unsettling about that dark, empty house in the wilderness. I felt compelled to prove him wrong. I figured the old man had probably just stepped out, and we got there too late. Without thinking, I said we should check the backyard real quick. My two friends hesitated, but eventually followed behind as I made my way along the fence toward the back gate. The gate creaked open easily, and we stepped onto the stretch of overgrown grass behind the house. I headed straight for the back door, hoping to see a light on somewhere inside.
The plop in. Okay, so now we got another thing to do.
A piercing scream shattered the silence. It was high-pitched and agonizing. We whirled around, trying to locate this sound. For a moment, nothing seemed amiss in the dark backyard, but then I spotted something emerging from a far corner, dragging itself across the ground. It looked like a person crawling on their arms, body arched and writhing unnaturally as it moved towards us. The thing let out another wailing shriek, and I could see the flash of a pale, emaciated face turned our way.
Okay, so
Losing any composure we had left. We turned and ran frantically back to the gate, stumbling over ourselves to get away from that yard. We didn't stop sprinting until we were a block away, breathless and shaking.
1,
Once we were all calmed down a bit, Eddie and
2, 3, 4, 5,
the Halloween pre-bombs.
6,
Saw dragging himself across the grass.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's 39.
Trying to get some stairs on Halloween. But I couldn't get the image out of my head. I have no doubt what we'd seen in that backyard was something unnatural. Something that didn't belong to us.
Okay, so now what I have to do is
Listening intently brings strange sounds outside my window. When I finally did drift out,
CapCut.
nightmares of emaciated ghosts trying to scratch their way into my bedroom. The next day I told my parents what I'd seen behind the house the previous night. They wrote it off, assuming Mike and Eddie had planned the whole thing to frighten me. But I could tell by the looks on their faces that they were unnerved, too. We didn't end up putting up any Halloween decorations that year. I've never gone trick-or-treating again after what happened that night. The following Halloween, I decided to stay home and hand out candy to the neighborhood kids. As I sat watching horror movies in the living room, I couldn't ignore the feeling that something was watching our house from outside in the dark. To this day, I avoid being out on Halloween night. Even now in my 50s, I find excuses to travel for work or business.
Fuck, dude.
Because I know that even 30 years
I am so hungry.
towards us in our backyard is still lingering out there somewhere.
We have X recorder.
Mistake again, of venturing out after dark, in case I might encounter it. This happened last year on Halloween. I was 18 at the time, and my best friend Andrew was 17. We both thought at the time we were too old for trick-or-treating, and we thought handing out candy was lame. I then came to an idea. There was this old abandoned house that was close to mine. I wanted to go look around inside the house, because I thought it would be a good idea for Halloween. Andrew didn't like it, but being an idiot, I told him to stop being a baby. We then waited until it was time, then we headed over to the house.
Good. Open. So this is gonna be easy because the first file is 7 minutes and the second file is 27 minutes.
I didn't know why personally. Maybe it was just because I thought Halloween sucked. But at the moment, this abandoned house thing was making me excited.
There's a cop outside.
I back there and smiled and looked up at it. It was very clearly abandoned. It was a huge mess. A few windows had boards over them.
Okay.
So we should just go home, because he didn't want to spend the night in jail. I told him that's when to stop being a baby. Then without another word, I headed up to the front door.
It's recent.
I reached for the door. I was half expecting
So fucking easy.
but the door actually opened up.
That's right.
I even looked at each other.
There you go.
Andrew told me we couldn't back down now, so we walked up to the house.
We have an ad for the.
We were then standing in the front hall.
We have an ad.
Doors. We turned our flashlights on. They were quite bright, and they covered most of the area. Andrew told me he was going to look upstairs.
It's one of those
Without another word,
puzzle.
he headed up.
So it's easy peasy.
Before heading off myself, then I walked into an empty room. All the furniture there was gone.
Okay, good. 1%. The pop-up is out of commission. Unfortunately, the door of the sauna was paralyzed. Oh, there was plenty of water.
But whatever had made the noise was apparently gone.
Yeah, I do feel bad because, fuck, you're taking business from somebody else, you know?
Imagined it. Maybe it was not settling.
Okay.
I started mumbling about how stupid this was. I decided it was time to go. So I had to find Andrew.
Noise.
I noticed the room in front of me and realized it was probably the kitchen. So I decided to go check it
Okay,
out.
so now
I headed over.
I'm gonna do power
I
plant.
moved my flashlight around.
So this is the one.
Kitchen stuff.
And we do have a mission for.
Besides dust and cobwebs. Just then, I stepped on something.
We do have a mission for Marcus, which is right here, right?
And looked down using the flashlight.
You're not dead.
Six shiny titanium for Marcus, and those hardly have any roadkill in them yet. I love this. Okay.
That was when I heard a loud scream. It was Andrew. I ran upstairs, continuing to hear him yelling about something.
But don't you got nothing better to do? What?
It was a dark, empty bedroom. I used my flashlight, and I soon found Andrew.
What?
He was sitting in the back corner of the room. But then I noticed someone else was in the room with us. For one reason or another, the other person did not.
Oopsies.
Or at least, they didn't react to me. And I saw Andrew holding his flashlight, like a teddy bear. I cleared my throat. Finally, the other person turned around. Whoever this was taller than both me and
Feels weird because it's so empty, right?
it was a male or female, because they had some kind of creepy Halloween mask on. But they didn't seem to be armed. Leave them alone, I shouted at the person, which was probably a bad idea, because the person laughed, and I could feel anger bubbling up inside me. I knew that what I was about to do was a stupid idea, but it was the only thing I could think of. I threw my flashlight as hard
Power
as
plant located.
it hit them in the face, which made them shout out. This gave Andrew enough time to get away. The two of us ran downstairs, and I could hear the person yelling at us. We didn't look back. We just ran out of the house and down the street before stopping.
Intro. Slack. Ooh. Close but not bueno. Try one more time. Nice, it works. Panting.
Andrew pulled out his phone, saying that he was going to call the police about what happened. A moment later, Andrew looked annoyed. He told me the police thought it was a joke, or unimportant, and they hung up on him. I was annoyed because we both knew this wasn't a trick or a prank. We went back to the safety of my house.
Trying to figure out
That person may have been using the old abandoned house.
the best way to go. The DLC is fun, but
Or worse,
feels like an empty, right?
with their base of operations. After this event, Andrew and I decided we weren't going to do anything crazy for Halloween. We instead helped my parents hand out candy. This happened to me and some friends sometime in high school, back in the early 2000s. There is a cemetery in Denver called Fairmount Cemetery. It was founded in 1890.
There's an enemy there. Okay, that's good to know.
After Riverside Cemetery. It was designed by German landscape architect Reinhard Schutz. At 280 acres, the cemetery is patterned after the Mount Auburn Cemetery in Boston. This happened in 2006 or so. It was either Halloween or the Day of the Dead. I can't remember which. And my buddies John and Trevor and I decided it would be fun to go hang out in the cemetery and smoke there. Teenagers, right? So we hopped the fence, and we haven't yet smoked yet. But we were already getting a little sense. Like some sort of presence was out there.
Okay.
We began to make our way through the dark and misty tombstones. We were respectful, not stepping on any of the plots.
There's no way.
We tried not to. We got down to it, but it was pretty expensive, and it wasn't close to any plots. So we sat down and got ready to fire it up. Just then, we saw what looked to be a series of small blue LED lights, like on a wand or something, like the kind of wands that people use at the airport to direct planes into the terminal. We figured maybe it was a security guard with a weird flashlight, or something of the sort. However, it was already trailing out of sight, so we ignored it. We got into position and got all nice and cozy. Suddenly, the night was alive with these orbs of light, bouncing all around us, the most beautiful colors of red and blue and purple and green. They were skipping across the tops of tombstones, twirling and dipping and nothing. We were all struck, and we were all seeing the same things too, so we couldn't have been hallucinating.
Maybe here.
Then, just as suddenly as they appeared, they were gone, like all the air had been sucked out of the very night itself. And suddenly it got so dark, you couldn't even see your hand in front of your face. The kind of darkness you could almost feel and touch, heavy, thick, and sticky. Up ahead of us, we saw a line of mist forming in the swirling wreaths of black. We couldn't quite make it out at first. Gradually, toward left and forward, we could see what can be described as a ring. All we see is
Brute trap. I love this. Yeah, I don't care what the DLC is. Give me enemies from that DLC. Expect me in Kingdom Hearts, right? Black. Sure, buddy, sure. Conveyor death. Look at how much enemy there are.
When she pointed this guy out, however, he looked older, old enough that I wasn't comfortable with it. We had baseline rules when we went up. One of them was no guys that were out of high school already.
Okay, that's good.
That rule. He had a full person with a white streak down the side of his long ponytail. He didn't look old or feeble, just a well-bit older than us, by at least a decade. The creepy thing about him was, as we were looking at him, he smiled and turned a side glance towards us, as if he knew we were looking. This didn't sit well with Tanya, the oldest of us. She was she and his older sister
Okay.
to take with us.
Day 20 extra intro.
That made her a killjoy, but it was a good thing. She was over 18 and had credit cards. She could rent rooms and other accommodations and all that.
You know what's insane?
That night, she rubbed off on us, and she pointed out more than once that this man had been following us. She began to explain, and we all could remember then we had seen him at various locations throughout the night. We even noticed he was outside of the restroom when we came out. Yeah, sticking together was another one of those rules we found necessary.
Ponter Black.
Table on, so to speak. She thought we should give him a taste of his own medicine and follow him everywhere. A way to let him know that we knew what he was doing to get him to go away. We all agreed to be pretty fun, and we could laugh about it later.
That's good. We did it.
Follow him. It didn't take long for us to realize that he knew what we were doing. He even at one point fell into a line and split into two, so we had to divide up.
What we'll have to do is we'll try to upload as much video as possible. That way I can transfer video around.
Which led around the side of one of the buildings, leading away from the carnival. Yeah, I know. We should have called it quits right then. I felt uneasy. I could tell my friends were as well. But I guess we thought, why not completely chase him off? This would save the next girl that was alone, one that could end up as next creepy target. He turned and looked at us before he walked around the corner. He completely turned around. And we all stopped completely and stared at him. He just smiled and went around the corner. We made the decision to see what he was up to. We continued around the corner after him. Now here's the strange thing. He was gone. Nowhere in sight. We walked around that corner only a few seconds later, and this guy was completely gone, despite this area being
Sender's Gore.
There were no dumpsters or anything. Just 3 brick walls, close to 20 feet tall. Literally, physically, nowhere to go. Needless to say, we were shaken, so we called it a night.
Exploring a new area.
If I had to give you advice, even if you're a group, don't get cute and try to follow the creep.
Oopsies.
If they walk away. As for me,
look at here.
with a ponytail again.
This happened when I was around 9 years old. I'm 25 now, and it's something I'll never forget. It still gives me goosebumps to this day. I live in a terrace house, and my neighbors and I have our own little patio. There's a small
Look at this.
in my yard where people do their Sunday walks on. And these small
This is super cool because you're reusing enemy from the shock and acid cave. However, we haven't seen them in so long that it feels so weird to see them.
I usually got home from school about an hour before my mom got home from work. I lived maybe 50 meters away from my school, so my mom figured I was mature enough to be home alone. It was only an hour or so before she got home. So this one day, I got home from school. I did the usual thing, which was to make sure that I locked the front door and double check that my door was also. I went up to the stairs, as close as possible before my mom came. And it made me
Look at this shit.
But my cat had been missing for over 3 months. Hope sparked within me, and I thought, oh my god, did he finally come back? I ran downstairs to check his out. Beside the bed, gives me goosebumps again just writing this. There's a guy standing on my patio. A very tall man with black hair covering half of his eyes, making him look like a male version of the Ring Woman or something. I could hear him making this high-pitched sound. It's like a cat meowing. A brown liquid was running down from his mouth, and I could see him spitting out my dad's stomped cigarettes. He was actually eating from the ashtray. I was frozen, observing this. Eventually, I snapped at him so loud that the man must have heard me. He didn't react. Just kept eating from the ashtray outside. I ran upstairs to my room.
Boom, 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 boom. Therefore, help. Burn heavy gunner. I don't remember for who that was working. Accent was working. He was working for Dow, but I'm not sure.
He knocked her out cold. The male officer then immediately tased the guy, leaving him shaking on the ground, still screaming. The policeman struggled to keep him on the ground while putting handcuffs on him, but eventually he did. After a little while, he managed to wake up the female police.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus. And this is your brain when you're in the zone. But getting in the zone and staying there, that feels more like luck than something you can control. So that's why we made Brain FM. It's like a do not disturb setting for your mind. And it gets you focused in just 5 minutes. Using science and sound, Brain FM guides your brainwaves into an optimal state.
Boom. Nice.
Increases and sustains your focus over
Sure.
letting you stay in the zone for as long as you want. You can also use Brain FM for relaxation, meditation, and even sleep. But don't take our word for it. Join millions of others and try it yourself for free. And see what you get done.
This officer, who seemed to be badly hurt, called for backup in an ambulance. Then he sees me standing in the window above him. The expression on my face must have been something else, because he just looked at me and said, "I sure hope you didn't see all that." Then I started to cry. By this time, neighbors started to arrive, wondering what the hell was going on. One of my neighbors, an elderly woman,
Schlack.
She took care of me until my mom came back home. The police then took the creepy guy with them in their car and left. But they promised they'd come back. The talk to us about what all happened. This is where my story takes a turn.
Sadly, we had place.
He sat down with me and my mom.
I could have gotten.
He explained that the guy on my patio was actually diagnosed with severe autism.
It's only 2. But that's exactly what happened with the zombies.
He was in a caretaker guy. Poor guy probably thought he was going to find his mom in my house. He missed the routines, and he missed living there with his mom. The police had to move him from the house that time 5 years ago, because he was extremely strong. At least that day. So bright, I told the police officer that he promised me that it wouldn't. After a few sleepless
I love that this kid in pain.
the years went by, and that man didn't come back. That wasn't until 1 year ago. At this time, my mom and dad had moved out. I bought that house from them, and I'm still living there today. I was enjoying my morning coffee on the patio when I see this random guy stopping on the road by my fence. Just stood there, staring at me. I look at him and give him a nod, and then I hear it. Those same high-pitched noises. Holy, it's him. His hair had turned gray. The high-pitched sounds made me realize who it was. My heart started racing, and I instantly remembered the reason why he was back. I realized that he must have managed to escape again. But because I kept my cool a bit longer than when I was 9, I started to realize how sorry I actually felt for the guy. 16 years later, and he was back to look for his mom. I decided to carefully ask him if he wanted to come down to the patio. He instantly jumped the fence. I started to think maybe he would knock me out like he did to that one police officer. He just smiled. He looked at me and smiled. I offered for him to sit down, and he didn't respond. I offered for him to come inside, and he just started laughing. So we ended up going inside. His face lit up pure joy. He was home. It reminded him of the life he had with his mother. It actually almost made me tear up. All of a sudden, he sat down on my couch, turned on my TV, and switched directly to the cartoons. I sat and observed him for a while. He was just completely focused on them. I wanted him to just enjoy the moment, so I didn't say anything. I realized I had to call that facility and let them know what was going on. The caretakers arrived 10 minutes later. After a lot of convincing, he got back up, crying, and went back to the facility. I called the facility 2 days later, and we made a deal. His name is Tom, and I now consider Tom my friend. Every Sunday from the day he returned, Tom and his caretakers visit me to watch cartoons. They tell me it's the highlight of this week. It makes my heart warm. Now, for several years, my thoughts were...
Not sure.
Guy on my patio eating from the ashtray. Now my thoughts are, let's meet every Sunday to watch cartoons with my friend, Tom.
Sure.
I was 14 years old, and it was just an average night, and it was around...
As long as we didn't kill them, we're good.
As we're sitting there, I started to feel really strange, like something was wrong, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. So we just kept watching TV. The same feeling wasn't going away, though, so I got up and walked to the backyard to lock it. When I came back to the kitchen, I saw what was causing my weird feeling. In the window was this very decrepit and homeless-looking man, just staring at us. Protective mode turned on immediately. And
See, they're telling me there's something there, but it's nothing there.
We needed to go upstairs, because our parents would be home soon, and they wouldn't want him staying up so late.
I have to find out how.
Knowing damn well that there was a man outside, I think that he wanted in. I was about 125 pounds and 5'8" at the time. I played football for my school. If I remember correctly, I went downstairs and straight into the kitchen. We grabbed one of those meat tenderizing hammers. Turned back to the window, only he now wasn't there. I ran back to the front door and made sure that it was locked. Both the deadbolt and the knob were. And I ran back upstairs to the meat tenderizer. I went into my cousin's room and sat down in front of the door. He asked me what I was doing. I told him not to worry about it, and just to keep his head low. I called the cops, and then my dad and uncle. The cops were at least 30 minutes out. My dad and uncle were 45 minutes. Then I heard it, a window shatter, and the sound of heavy boots walking around on our main floor. Quietly told my cousin to stay calm and hide under the covers and keep silent. I could hear that man walking around downstairs. It was horrifying. Then I hear the boots walking up the stairs. At this point, I was having a freaking heart attack. My cousin's door is no more than 10 feet from those stairs. I heard him opening up the door to my aunt Elmo's room, then the bathroom. We walked back downstairs.
There you go.
And opened the door to the basement. 15 minutes later, the police showed up and broke into the house. We nearly had a battle in the case when I was 14. At one point, no more than a wooden door, 10 feet away from me.
Love this. I love this. Look at this, by the way. Yeah, I should have paid attention before. But at the same time,
yes, I wasn't very smart. And latched the screen door. He told me a story about his vehicle breaking.
It wasn't that bad.
He needed to use a phone. I said that I couldn't see his car, and he indicated that it was further down the road. Then I asked him why he walked past 2 houses right next door. Here's a general recollection of that conversation.
Look.
Are you gonna let me use the phone or not? No, my dad is sleeping, and I can't let you go to his room to use the phone. Okay.
What the?
I'm here, and I'll use the thing. I'm not letting you in the house. Just bring the phone to the door. It won't reach. Please leave. Okay. I shut the door and lock it. And while my sister and I are talking about how scary that was, the side door handle begins to jiggle. The same man knocked and says, "Hey, will it reach this door?" At this point, I tell him to go to the neighbor's house and use their phone. And he starts to yell, "I bet your dad's not even home. Let me in. I want to talk to him." So then fine, I'll go get him. Then I went to my dad's room, got his shotgun, came out and racked it and said, "Here, meet my dad." The same man started cursing and calling me names, but he did leave. At least that's what I thought. He actually had gone around to another door and tried that one. Our dog, who was outside at the time, began barking again. He proceeded to do something that made my dog yelp and cry out. I screamed out that I was calling the police, and he finally left. I felt really stupid for the entire interaction. I don't know if he was just the guy that needed the phone, but that whole experience was very creepy. And I was obviously ill-prepared at such a young age.
Work is a pain in the ass.
I don't know what to do.
Turn this app. My cat's in this app. Projects in that app. Oh, wow. You're really working your ass off, Daniel. You need ClickUp. ClickUp is the AI-powered work platform.
Stop. My ads on YouTube are shitty.
This story happened to me back when I still lived in my parents' house. I was commuting to college at the time and had 3 siblings that also lived at home. My brother and 2 sisters. For some context, we lived on 5 acres in rural Ohio, surrounded on both sides by woods and farm fields. Additionally, during the week, my dad would normally leave for work around 2 a.m. So I always felt like it was my job to be the man of the house because he was gone during the times when you would imagine something sketchy happening. However, on this night, because it was the weekend, my dad was actually home. I woke up to the sound of my brother's voice trying to get my attention. We had separate rooms, but if you came out of our room, you could look down over the banister and see our front door. When I woke up, it took a few moments to get out of that haze and realize what was actually going on. I looked at the clock and it was around 2:30 a.m. My brother told me that there were 2 men at our front door. Now this really woke me up. We quietly walked out of my room, peeked down and looked down to the front door, and we looked. There was no one at the door, but I noticed my parents off to the side and out of view of the glass on that front door.
I don't know.
And he told me that there were 2 guys who had been talking to one another and knocking at the door. Hearing my dad say this freaked me out even more. I went back into my room and grabbed my pistol. Quickly shuffling down the stairs after looking to make sure that they were still not at the door. If they had been, they would have easily seen me coming down the stairs, as it's in direct view. My brother was right behind me as we head over to where my parents
So you have to do this, I guess.
to find out what was going on. The parents had awoken to the sound of our dog barking, only to find 2 men knocking loudly at the door. At this point, those 2 men returned and began knocking again. Despite the fact that no one had came to the door the first time, or that our dog was still actively barking at them.
Look at the map, there's a question mark.
At this time of the night, so late,
which is fucking funny.
Where houses are spread out hundreds of yards away from each other. And again, knocking with a dog barking. It just made the situation even
Nice, we found it.
For a couple of minutes and then walked away. All shuffled across the kitchen.
Now I feel stupid because there it is.
Immediately the question was,
Kamikaze?
quickly get an answer to the question we just asked. All of a sudden, the handles to our back French door started jiggling.
Boom.
To my dad, as pure terror overwhelmed him, then 2 things happened. Or out of the very real possibility that I might have to shoot this man. Secondly, my dad finally grabbed the phone and called the police.
Fuck, I love this game.
Thankfully, after a minute of jiggling, they stopped at the back door and disappeared past the front door, knocking once again. After a few minutes, we suddenly saw the local police fly up in multiple cruisers with their lights turned on. As they came to our driveway and into our front yard, the 2 men bolted and attempted to run the long way around the house across the driveway.
One of them disappeared out of view. The other one was intercepted by an officer yelling for him to get on the ground. He didn't. He was immediately tased and fell. A few of the other officers went around the house after the other guy. One of them came to talk to my dad and I as we came outside. They ended up finding the other man hiding in my sister's little...
Look at this shit.
That's the one who hit had cocaine on him. While they were both arrested that night, we never did find out what they were charged with. They were talking to them. So that was doing wasn't fun. So it's a random thing that it's not
Stuff. Boom!
First house I got out of high school, small house, and it sounded dated back to the Civil War.
I have to go, guys, because the sunrise is coming.
The house itself had a small driveway in front with a U-shaped driveway in the back. It had a full basement and was owned by someone with multiple rental properties in that area. They told us that we had full access to upstairs, but they used downstairs for storage.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop here, and I'll continue in like I'll be back in an hour.
This particular location, especially for our area, was low.